Warning. The following program is a recap of the HBCU sports world. It is meant to be comedic and informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their schools, or all black people. There may be some cuss words and some cultural words. If that bothers you, move along. If you're young, please seek permission before watching any further. If you at work, make sure you got your earbuds in. Don't blame us if you get fired. Thank you. The Outspoken Show.
And P.S., don't be so damn sensitive.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on it, flaring on it. We Rick flaring on it, flaring on it. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on it, flaring on it. Jet, we Rick flaring on it, flaring on it. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Rick flaring, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death. I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. When I open like Betty Wops, then find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on it, flaring on it. We Rick flaring on it, flaring on it. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on it, flaring on it. We Rick flaring on it, flaring on it. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like them other guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on it, flaring on it. We Rick flaring on it. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on it, flaring on it. We Rick flaring on it, flaring on it.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring, son up, baby.
Hey, yo, Scotty, we back. Appreciate you for reaching out. I'm like, hey, it's Outspoken. A lot changed. Granted, the concept we still hosting. Giving you the fix you need when on the screen. The veteran, Captain Petty, giving you medicine. Come tap in. You know Scott gon' do what he do. Might not want to hear it, but here go the hard truth. Perry about the numbers. Regret if you're not fact-based. When you run your lane, the numbers seem like a statue. Wait. Hey, Scotty, man, I'm not feeling it. I don't think the people feeling it. Let me get in my bag a little bit, just showing what this Outspoken really about to be like. Outspoken, this is more than conjecture. These days they land people lost. So glad that we got our own. Hunger insatiable, made for you if you say you objective. Hard truth offering, no offense, just perspective. Come get your dosage and go with me. We spit it like poetry. The pivot was pivotal. Could right here, but I'd rather not. Some say Scotty, some call him Scott. The best one since Stewart. If you know, then you know. But if you don't, then you're lost. Let me be frank for a minute, cause we all know that's how Perry be. Break it down the game for what it was, no apologies. It's my hypothesis, you tune in, you like watching it. It's common sense, obvious, competent, rugged, and confident. Hey, we outspoken. We outspoken. We outspoken. This is outspoken, and we gon' put on a show, even if we hear you say I can't stand. It's outspoken.
Hey, backpack. I think we got another one.
Can you hear me? Give me now. All right, good. All right. So, my bad. I got like Miss Rachel in the background because my son be in my office, and Miss Rachel. Something about that white lady. It is something about that white lady. I don't know what it is, but the kids love Miss Rachel. Shout out to the white lady. All right, listen. You already know what it is. It's Outspoken, baby. Monday night, no other better place you could be other than watching Monday Night Football, but we damn close. All right, listen, you already know what it is. Without further ado, give it up for my brother from another whose school isn't looking too good, Perry White. Didn't hear that on Saturday.
I'm waiting on brighter days, Scotty. Just brighter days. I'm waiting.
Oh,
I'm still joyful to be a Jaguar at the end of the day, though.
Oh man. Let me see. I think I got something for you. I got something for you for your pain.
It's just those rainy days. Trying to wash away until the sun comes out and shines again. Smile for me, smile for me.
All of those rainy days in a lifetime trying to wash away.
Hey, as the old folks say, I've seen better days.
You seen better days.
Better days.
You see better days. Hey, it's rough out there. It's rough out there in them shit.
Boy, let me tell you. I'm still a Jaguar though. I love my Jaguars, but I love everybody.
Yeah.
I'm with love tonight.
You gonna pick them next week? You gonna pick them next week?
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Hey, yo, I swear on everything I love, if you don't pick them boys next week, it's gonna be a mutiny on the yard for you, sir.
Well, what I need people to understand is I got love for Southern. I do. I really do. But at the end of the day, I'm going against Scotty too. I gotta make sure I keep my winning streak. I'm in a good place right now.
Yeah.
And right now that matters more to me than anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not the loyalty, just you want to get the dub.
Well, how many years have I been riding with you and I've been doing the Southern Norfolk thing?
That's fair.
Even when it wasn't looking bright for me, I still rolled with the Southern Norfolk thing.
Still rolling.
In some type of way, I still won last year. I don't get it. So the people can say what they want. They can feel how they feel. But at the end of the day, some type of way, I find myself in the winning column. So
you sound like Cedric. You sound like Cedric from Johnson's Family Vacation. Even when I lose, I still win.
Just take it easy on me, okay? Let's take it easy. Let's just slow it down. I'm day by day right now.
Ooh-wee. Listen, that next week, boy. Oh,
what's the problem? I want to know. Let's have this conversation. What is the problem if I pick Jackson over Southern?
Dog, what?
I'm asking.
The loyalty is the problem. What are you talking about?
You want the loyalty or you want the real? I thought the people want the real. The people don't want me to lie to them.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Give me a week. We got a week to do some things, okay? Give me a week. we got some changes that have taken place. So it's some things that are occurring. So I may feel a difference. I may be in a better place. I don't know. Yeah, give me some time. Take it easy.
I do like. I didn't get a chance to watch the quarterback a lot, the new one. I'm not mad at him. I'm gonna have to go back and watch some more film on him and stuff like that and see where he came from and all that. But I'm not mad at that kid. I like his presence. I like his presence.
That's what I'm saying. So I make him roll with that and be okay with it just to see how it play out. So hey, I got a week.
Got a whole one. Let's not put the cart before the horse. All right, let's not put the cart before the horse. I just wanted to just kind of just trying to get a feel for
And I see your face, smile at me.
We're always living so crazy and sexy and cool.
The rainy days, man. The rainy days. All right, let's get. Go ahead.
I've dealt with plenty. And you know what? Even in those rainy days, Southern some type of way still find themselves in a better position than most of these other teams. That's all I can say. So, like, hey, at the end of the day,
we not as broke as you. Like, come on, man. Like
it may storm over here, but it's tornadoes in other places. Okay, so
I've seen worse.
So everybody, y'all slow.
That is some true deflecting right there, P. That's some true. Come on.
I'm just saying, there's some other people still. They looking for their coach to make some changes with the whole staff and play calling and whatever the case. So at least I know we trying. I'll take that, right? I'll take trying. Because if we wasn't trying, you would really kill us right now. But at least we trying, and I take effort.
That's fair.
I'll take the effort.
Okay. All right.
No.
Yeah, no, I take effort. Listen. Try to do something. Just don't lay there and take it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, if we trying, I'll roll with it. That's all I can do, and then we can see how it go after that. So it's a good time to get me back on board, Southern. It's a good time, with a bye week coming, Jackson State up. It's a good time to bring the real me, because that Alabama State, I was off the bus. How many more of these do they want me to keep getting up here in front of doing the same shit? It's like, I'm like the Jackson State D coordinator now. Ain't nothing changing, but at least something trying. So
that boy said he was off the bus.
I had to do what was best for me.
And that's the team.
You muted yourself.
Yeah. It keeps auto muting. I don't know.
Now what did you say before you went mute?
No, I said that's the team of me. That's the team of me.
Because it's like, you may have your favorite football team that you watch in the NFL, but then you got your fantasy league. Your fantasy league ain't got nothing to do with your favorite football team. You need your guys to come through for you. Yeah. I'm right there. I'm on the fantasy side. I'm doing whatever was best for me to get that dub. I'm trying to win the damn league. Okay. So
that's real.
I'm ride or die though.
That's real.
Look, regardless of who I pick, I'm still Southern. I still got a degree. I still got to get up on Saturday and do the Jaguar Journal.
Yeah.
I ain't doing the Tiger Journal, the Hornet Journal, the Bulldog Journal.
Yeah.
So the love's still there.
They don't even got them journals, P. Oh, you know what I'm saying? They ain't even got them journals, P. What national broadcast radio they on? Or regional broadcast radio they got? I ain't seen one.
So I'm still loyal to my alma mater, but at the end of the day, this is a show that is not Southern centric or based like some other shows. You can't get Mike Reed to say anything outside of Jack State King.
Nah, not really.
And I really been letting him slide because we did beat Valley, and that's his school.
You would never know.
I know he wasn't there. That's what I do know. I thought, Mike Reed, I don't know what he doing. Like the fact that you allowing that to slide this long, though. Because if I was the first time tune in person and I saw Mike Reed, I swear, boy, he was born and bred Jackson State. I mean, go Tigers every time. But
so what makes it even worse, his dad is an Alcorn grad. He's a Valley bachelor's degree grad, and he got his master's from Jackson. So I keep telling Mike, I'm like, bro, you spent more time at Valley than at Jackson, but you don't even really put over Valley like that.
And I guess people could say the same with me and UAPB, but
That's fair. But you did a year at UAPB and then graduated from Southern.
I did a year and a half, and I made a business decision. So I didn't graduate from UAPB, but I did attend classes at UAPB. But if you go downstairs and you look at that degree, that thing say Southern University, Baton Rouge. That's me.
That's you all day.
I got that love. Now, Reed on the other end, that thing say Mississippi Valley State University. At some point, he gonna have to give them Delta Devils some love, man. I mean, he don't even has he ever even worn Reed? Where yet? Where Reed at?
It's his birthday. It's his birthday today. So he out there stunting.
Oh, happy birthday, Reed.
Yeah, it's his birthday today. Shout out to my boy Mike Reed. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mike Reed. But at some point, Reed, you actually graduated from Valley. Like, I attended UAPB, but you actually graduated from Valley, Reed. So at some point, you got to have that same loyalty and appreciation. And that's why I can't fool with Mike Reed right there. Because, hey, if he willing to throw his own alma mater under the bus for another school, that's tough. How can you trust? I mean, he gets on here to go hard, but I guess you roll with whoever winning, I guess. Because if the roles reverse, would he jump off the Jackson ship to ride the Valley wave?
That's a good question.
I'm curious to know.
That's a good question.
Like if Valley just reel off 6 straight wins right quick.
That's a good question.
Or if Valley upsets Jackson, then what?
That's another good question.
Is he upset or is he happy?
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
That's fair. What they say, questions that need answers. So I'm just curious with that when it comes to Mike Reed. You know, that I get you love Jackson, but damn, I mean, he don't give Valley no credit, no love, no, hey, it's gonna be even me with Southern in the tough days. You just said it's gonna be brighter days. But him, boy, he act like Valley don't even exist.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's some good questions, Pete. The world may never know, but that's some good questions, though. That's some damn good questions.
I remember one time he tried to bring Valley up in a band battle with me, though, with Southern. You remember that? I was like, dude, what are we doing here? Like, what is this? I'm just curious to say, y'all want to know. And at least I want better for UAPB. I actually get on here and bring up better for UAPB. Have you ever heard Mike Reed want better for Valley?
I think the only time I've ever heard Mike was when they let Hakeem go. And he was pretty upset about that.
He went right back to Jackson.
He was pretty upset when they let Hakeem go because he was like, yo, Valley was in the right direction, and then they let Hakeem go, and what's going on with that? So he did talk about that. I got to give him credit for that one.
Well, he got to do something for his own alma mater now at some point. Shoot, he got to, you know, at least I stand up for the Golden Line Nation and say, hey, UAPB may not be looking good right now, but, you know, it's my mom's alma mater. I got family that graduated from there. So, you know, at the end of the day, I do want better for them because better for them make it better for the SWAC West that don't nobody give credit to, right?
Yeah.
So, but I'll leave it at that. Mike Reed, I just want to know, are you truly Valley at heart and are you invested of it?
What? Dog, what are we talking about right here, Michael? Y'all gonna talk about anyone other besides Southern, Valley, and Jackson? Like, bro, it's the prelims. Oh, birthday boy's in the building. You say his name. He came running.
Mike Reed, why you don't never rep the Valley, man? That's what I want to know. And who is the person they mad? We talking Southern Valley and Jackson?
Damn, Michael. We just started, my guy.
What's wrong with them?
Jesus Christ!
Don't get mad at us, bro. We just trying to show
Are you
some
gonna
love.
talk? Are you gonna talk about anybody other than? Who you want us to talk about, Michael? Who?
Yeah,
Who,
let's see.
Michael?
Who's he a fan of?
You know what I'm saying? Who would you want us to talk about,
Michael,
Michael?
who's your team, my brother?
Come on, man. God damn.
Please put it in the chat.
Jesus Christ. See, now I'm about to be on your ass all day. No homo. I always bring up Valley on our show. Always.
But why you don't do a Valley show?
Always, though. Always is that's a strong word. Always.
So you do that Mike Reed show and you don't even hear the word Valley. You don't even hear nothing start with a V.
Other than victory.
Hey, if he talk Mississippi, he talking about Mississippi Veterans Memorial Stadium, man.
No, always is a Mike. That's tough. Always though. Always. That's. And I
really wanted the Jackson State fans. How y'all really feel about this Valley impersonator riding y'all wave for y'all? I'll take Zoe all day, every day.
Yeah, he true blue.
True
blue.
But Mike, what happens if Valley runs and hits 6 straight wins? Then what? Does the Mike Reed show go from Jackson State? Because he dressed up like the AD one day. I thought he was Lil Ashley when he got on here, boy. So
you want us to talk about how you beat Elizabeth City? Like that's what you want us to talk about?
Oh, he NCCU. Slow down, yeah.
How you got dog walked by ODU? You want to talk about that?
Well, I'm not going that Eagle. I got much respect.
Oh, I mean, you don't got nothing to say.
Hey, no.
Yeah, you ain't got nothing to say. I got plenty to say. You want to talk about how you got dog walked by UNH? That's what you want to talk about? I mean, what you want to talk about? I mean, what we talking about right now? Come on, man. So stop it, sir.
I mean, he just didn't hijack this right quick.
Is this all you guys going to talk about? Like, it's 5 of you niggas over there. Like, what are you talking about? Shut up. Like,
it ain't nowhere near homecoming yet, bro. I mean, Halloween yet, bro.
Come on, man. When it's in October, then you come back here and talk about who y'all done played, man. Come on, man. Stop it.
It ain't Halloween yet, bro. We still got the rest of this month and next month to go. God, dog.
Jesus Christ. Now you got me worked up. All right, let's get to a little hot and viral. Since Michael Sessions wants to talk about NCCU, but ain't nobody gives a damn.
Happy birthday, Michael Reed.
Make an NCCU channel. How about that? Anyway, all right. I want to talk about this. True or not? All right. My Adam Schefter, Shefty, as they say, he said this. I don't know. The Ravens were planning to draft Shedeur Sanders in April, but when Shedeur Sanders heard that, he let them know he did not want to be in the situation behind a star QB like Lamar Jackson, where getting on the field would be unlikely. Question for you. Hindsight being 2020, but do you feel like that was the right decision for Shedeur at that time?
I really don't know what the right decision looked like for Shedeur, because I mean, in all honesty, let's look at quarterbacks coming into this league, right? Jaden Daniels had success for the Commanders last year, being a first-year guy, but he was also a Heisman Trophy winner coming out of LSU. I think in that same situation with that competitive nature that Shedeur is having with Cam Ward, I think for him, he wanted to go somewhere just like Cam Ward would be in a position to be able to be a now starter. So anything less than being a possible now starter, I think in that friendly competition, and that's just me talking because I have no clue, but we know in that friendly competition that they have had as college football players and then getting ready to move up to the league, Cam Ward looked like he was more poised for people to take a chance for him to be a starter. Then it seemed like teams were poised for Shedeur Sanders to be a starter. And I think in this situation, if that is true, Shedeur is looking at, well, if y'all going to let Cam be a starter somewhere, why shouldn't I be in a position to go to a team who's in a position to say, I want Shedeur to fight for the starting position as well? Because ain't no fighting for the starting position against Lamar.
What is my thing is this? Why do quarterbacks now feel like the league isn't a sit and wait league? Patrick Mahomes sat and wait. Jordan Love sat and wait. Aaron Rodgers sat and waited. There's only a few guys that have been able to really come out, year one and get off the ground running. And that's your CJ Strouds, your Joe Burrows,
Jaden
your Jaden Daniels, your Cam Newtons, right? Like
Trevor Lawrence.
it's only and Trevor's on the decline. You know what I'm saying? So Dak Prescott, you know, he was supposed to sit, but Tony Romo gets hurt in the preseason. Lamar Jackson waited, right? So to me, to me, it's about going to the right organization. And that would have been more important to me because that would have set me up to be in a better situation to where, again, right, there is no battle with Lamar, but to do 2 or 3 or 4 years and sit behind Lamar Jackson and be in a good situation and be in a good organization, to me is more credit. Matt Ryan as well, right? Is more credit to that than you just try. Now you with the Browns. You like the 5th string on the Browns.
Well, the Browns did seem like a good possibility, though, on the outside looking in, considering all of the turmoil around the quarterback position. And they moved on from Jameis Winston. They brought in Joe Flacco, and the idea was, what is the longevity to Joe Flacco at this point in his career? So it's like, all right, Lamar ain't going nowhere no time soon.
Yeah.
Maybe Joe comes in, do a year, do half a season, whatever, while they pep up the next guy to be the starter. So I can see why Cleveland could possibly be the best, but ultimately we didn't know what was going on in the head office, you know, behind the scenes of how they really felt about Shedeur. And as things started to come out about the general managers and what was said, and it seemed like Shedeur was the redheaded stepchild out of the situation. It never seemed like, and I mean, I think we've all seen it across sports talk, especially on ESPN. Everybody felt Shedeur was put in the worst possible situation. The fact that they drafted Dylan Gabriel, you had Joe Flacco, you bring in Shedeur Sanders in the situation.
Like Deshaun Watson. Remember, Deshaun Watson's still there as well.
It just was like, but I guess on the outside looking in, it looked like a possibility I can go in. And if there's one organization where people can fight for a starting position at the quarterback position that has not had a solidified quarterback in a while, I guess Cleveland would be the situation, considering the downfall of Deshaun Watson. And I mean, Jameis had the snow game, but it wasn't consistent. And then Joe Flacco coming in to kind of just not right the ship, but at least steer it, at least if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think for me personally, like, I'm choosing organization because, again, what's the difference of a who was the backup for Drew Brees for a long time? The guy who's on Fox, he was on Speak.
The backup was Chase Daniels.
Chase Daniels, right? Like, and again, I'm not saying that everything with Chase is perfect, and I'm not saying Shedeur is a lifelong backup NFL quarterback. I think he's a starter. I really do believe that. But my situation is, at the end of the day, you still want to go to an organization that is able to do right by the people in the organization to some extent. And the Browns have been notorious for having mismanagement issues, right? So to me, that is not the best situation. And maybe Shedeur could have been there 3 or 4 years, asked for a trade, maybe shown some flashes doing preseason or whatever, spot duty here and there. You just don't know. Me personally, I'm always going to choose organization over maybe the potential to start. But again, he's like the 4th string at Cleveland. And then they just brought in Zach Bailey or whatever that Bama, Zach Bailey. They just brought him in as well. So
that was a SWAC quarterback who made a living as a backup quarterback. My man Tavares Jackson survived many years in the NFL as a backup, and whenever they needed him, he came in and did what he had to do. I just think this one was the pride. This was the pride. I'm not going to go nowhere to try to be a backup. I'm going somewhere to be a starter. Now, once again, that competitive nature between Cam Ward and he, I think that really played a part. Cam Ward seemed to be put in a position to go to Tennessee and be that guy early on, right?
Yeah.
I think he wanted to go somewhere and be in that position to be that guy early on in Cleveland. And really, how much say-so did he have?
None. You don't really have say so in the NFL draft. That's not how it works.
But I mean, as far as he dropped, it was like at this point, I mean, even the Saints overlooked him. And I thought maybe that could have been a good place because the Saints trying to figure out Spencer Rattler and everything else. I thought maybe the Saints, but Kellen Moore seemed to have not wanted to go in that direction with him. But I thought maybe the Saints, like Cleveland, looking for a guy where a quarterback battle could ensue. This could be a good place to give a young guy an opportunity to see, hey, can you grow up in front of our eyes and be what we're looking for as a leader from the quarterback position? But like you said, Cleveland has been an unbalanced place. How many quarterbacks have we seen come and go from Cleveland?
Too many. Too many.
It is a revolving door, and so
I'm gonna
he's
say,
caught in that revolving door right now.
and I said this to Saints fans. I said, I'm a Cowboys fan. I've seen enough of Kellen Moore. I've seen enough. Outs, digs, goes. I've seen enough of it.
I watched the Saints for 2 straight weeks have the game in their hand in the fourth quarter with the time and everything on their side. And man,
I'm telling you, Kellen Moore is fool's gold. I do not care what anybody says. What he did with the Eagles was a mixture of what the head coach wanted to do with Kellen Moore, but it was not Kellen Moore's system because Kellen Moore's system will lose you games. I do not care. I do not care what anybody tell me.
And you can't deny the talent that he had. I mean, Philly is loaded, top to bottom.
Absolutely loaded. So we'll see. But at the end of the day, I'll say this. I would like to see Shedeur have an opportunity. That's all. Like at the end of the day, I know I've been I've been very critical of him because I've never liked the situation because I never felt like he had to earn anything. But now in this situation, that's all you can do is earn it. And I think when he gets his opportunity, I think he'll surprise some people because I just made this point. I'm up here in Ohio. I've never seen people wear Cleveland Brown stuff in my life. I've never seen it until I got up here. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Like people really wear Cleveland Brown paraphernalia. That's different. But anyway, talking to Cleveland Brown fans, I said this. I said, Shedeur is not an elevator of talent. He does not elevate anybody. You won't see that. I said, but he's a damn good point guard. And he will get the ball to where he needs to get the ball to. And at the quarterback position as a young rookie, that's all I'm asking you to do is, hey, put the ball in Jerry Jeudy's hand. Put the ball in Njoku's hand. Put the ball in these wide receivers' hands. Turn around and hand the ball off. Make right decisions, and I think Shedeur can do that for you. We'll see how it goes from there.
And I want that same energy they gave Shedeur in college. Please give it to Arch Manning.
Oh, my God. That dude is trash.
I mean, at least Shedeur was doing his thing. But that same energy that they was giving Shedeur, do not try to save Arch Manning in this situation. Give him that same situation because look at it. He got his dad and his family to help him from the quarterback position, the same way Dion was doing with his own son, having him work out with Tom Brady and becoming a better quarterback. Now, did Shedeur win a championship? No, he did not. But Shedeur single-handedly as a quarterback, do I think his jersey should have been retired? Maybe not.
Yeah.
But they did turn things around at Colorado, at least for us to say Colorado don't suck anymore. It was at least good enough for that. And I think we cannot, in the midst of all of that, forget what he did at Jackson State either.
Listen, again, I agree. I agree to a certain extent. But
But Arch Manning on the other end,
he deserved all the criticism he getting.
And do not cut him any slack.
Nah.
Because if you're going to find a way to go out your way to talk about Shedeur, and Shedeur was still putting up stats, go out your way to talk about Arch, because Arch ain't putting up no stats.
And getting them L's. And taking L's. So I agree. Let me take this early caller. They've been sitting and waiting. 5870 coming to you. $58.70, you live.
Hey, Scotty, Perry, how you doing?
What's up? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Man, this is Christopher Williams, Southern graduate, man.
What's up, man? Talk to me.
Arch Manning is trash, man. Garbage. And at the end of the day, like you said, he needs to get the same treatment as Shedeur got. you know. But because that he's a Manning and that he's white, he's not gonna get that same treatment at the end of the day. So I think Archie's about to get himself benched, and I don't even know.
I don't
He
even.
might transfer.
Yeah, I agree, man. Appreciate the call. Let me. I was. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say to Blue's point, the Texas fans may be saying something, but
The
it was the way the national
national media was taking it.
Shedeur.
Yeah,
And they directly attacked it going with Deion Sanders, with Shedeur Sanders, where when you got Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, Cooper Manning, and Archie Manning, you got a whole family of Mannings, man. You know they giving him. See, it always seems to be the problem when the black dad is giving his child support. And we're supposed to be behind that as black people, us as people, understanding he got a dad in his life that's doing what's best for his son. It always seemed, because they did the same thing with LeVar Ball, and regardless of how LeVar Ball went about it,
I love it.
LeVar knew I had to say crazy things to get people attention. But at the end of the day, get away from the words and look at the action. My kids, at the end of the day, are producing and putting up action, except LaMelo. Was that LaMelo?
yeah. That's the younger one.
The middle one. Who's the middle?
Oh, Jello.
He was the only one, because you remember he got into that situation of I think
In the UCA and the China jank. Yeah.
Yeah, but regardless of the fact, every time it seems like we support our kids, it becomes a problem to the national media, as though the dads that are nationally supporting it, going around talking about the positive things about their kids, seems to always turn into a negative spotlight. It seems to warrant why this isn't a good idea. But when the white kids get that same support from their family and their dad, that does not seem to be the same story. And that's the problem that I have with this, because he's getting the same support that the Mannings are giving that they're giving Arch. Deion did everything he could for his son. And as a father, I respect that at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people don't like Deion just simply because it's Deion. Deion talk his talk. And at the end of the day, that's something personal you got against Deion. That should not be held against his son, who's going out on his own, trying to make his own way.
That's fair.
And would you not go play for your dad?
I think this was my thing. I think it was, for me, the Jackson, I had no problem. I had no problem with him going to Jackson to play with his dad. I really did. I thought that was a great move, great situation. My thing is this: the Colorado move, to me, I was always like, because I just didn't see it. You know, I would have conversations with Rocky and I have conversations with Mr. Campbell, and I'm like, I don't see it. I don't see the same impact that you had at Jackson, at Colorado. That's number one. Well, Colorado made a lot of money, but I'm just saying, like, the winning impact of Jackson, right? Just the dominance. And then two, I think if I'm Shedeur, I think that would have been a great opportunity to split away from your dad, to go and try your luck at going to a Auburn, a Alabama, a Texas, not Texas because they had Quinn Ewers, but to go try your luck at a Miami, the same thing that Cam Ward did.
But I think we got to factor in too all the things that we didn't know at the time happening behind the scenes with Coach Deion Sanders' health and being there with your dad. I think that plays a part, because there was a lot of things we didn't know that was happening with Deion until after the fact, and then it started to come out. So when you at home with your family and you know what the outside world don't know about your family, you want to spend time, because that was some times it looked like we could have lost Deion here and there, really, and we didn't know. And then after the whole draft thing, we find out Deion with the whole, was it cancer? We didn't know these things, right? And while everybody made a mockery of the whole draft party and how things went, we didn't even know what was happening behind the scenes. So where my dad goes, I'm going to go, especially if he supported me and he's been my coach all this time.
And then to me, it's like, all right, then take whatever comes with that. Like that's just what it comes. Yeah, that's what you just take whatever comes with it, right? And to me, do I think Shedeur's a 5th round pick? No. But do I think he's a 1st round pick? Hell no. Right? I thought he was a second or third round pick. I think that's where Dylan Gabriel went is where I think Shedeur should have went. That's facts, right? But at the end of the day, this is the thing. Nothing about your college career was legendary. That's what kills me about everything Shedeur did. Nothing about your career was legendary. You never won a major game. You never won a major bowl. I'm sorry, you never won a major bowl game. Any major big game you lost. How is it legendary? So again, you're playing into people's, and this is not a RT and all. It's not none of that. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, to me, you made a character that never like Deion making prom and then going out and competing and accomplishing what he did was completely different than your son saying legendary. And when you look at his stats, you're like, was this really legendary? When you look at his wins at the Power 5 level, was this really legendary? When you look at the teams that he took to Celebration Bowls and he lost, was that really legendary? And that all has to come into factor. And then on top of that, is that, bro, you've been in the same system for 4 years.
Well, I would say 2 programs they had to revive. He got it. It is legendary. He got to Jackson State. Jackson State had not been relevant for a decade, since 2013 when they played Southern in the championship. He came to Jackson State and revived Jackson State and put them back in the spotlight. That's legendary. He went to Colorado where nobody talked about Colorado. And although he didn't win big games, he made Colorado relevant again, along with Travis Hunter and his dad. But he did his part. When they came out and beat TCU in their first game, and TCU had just played for the national championship the year before, regardless if it's the same TCU team or not, he stepped up to the plate. To me, that's legendary because you literally went to 2 programs who were at the bottom in their history trying to be revived, and he revived both programs. Now, where those programs go after him, that's on them, but he put himself in a situation. It ain't like he showed up to Alabama. He didn't show up to Georgia. He didn't show up to LSU where everything was already put into place. He literally went to 2 bottom feeder programs and revived them, and he did his part. That's the legendary side that I can give Shedeur. Did I believe in it at the time? No, because they often say when something's happening in that moment, you don't quite understand it until after the fact, and you got time to kind of let it resonate on you, then you kind of get to look at it. But Jackson State and Colorado was not relevant at either programs when he got there, and he made them relevant again. I think that's legendary. It just wasn't enough time in his career to take it to the next level.
I feel like I get what Perry's saying. I think 2 things can be true. I think the reviving of the programs was initially Deion, and then Shedeur was the cherry on top that I have a quarterback that I can trust to make the situation. Because now, if you look at Colorado, they're in the situation where they don't have a quarterback, and they still have all the celebrity, they still have all the Deion-ness, but they don't have a quarterback to deal with. Let me take this caller real quick, and we'll move on.
And Jackson State, don't act like y'all wasn't no bottom feeders. Come on, stop that.
Josh, coming to you. What's up, Josh?
Yeah, I just got 2 words. It's not HBCU related, but Willie Simmons.
Oh, Shula Bowl, Willie. Hey, Willie. Hey, yeah, that was a great game. Great game. How you feel, FIU grad?
Great. Last time they beat them, I was working there in 2016, so it was great. But that's all I wanted to say. And yeah, go Rattlers too.
I appreciate you, Josh. He said Willie Simmons. Chris, coming to you.
What's good, Scotty? What's up, Perry, man? It's Chris. Yes, it's a difference in Shedeur and Arch. Mainly because I understand the Jackson State. I would, if my dad would have went to Jackson State and coach, I would have went too. But he didn't have to go to Colorado. You took the words out of my mouth. He could have went to Auburn, he could have went to Oklahoma, and he could have actually been some and played against some smoke. Also, Arch gonna see this year, this college football season, he will see more smoke than Shedeur saw all 4 years, for one. So we can say whatever we want to say about Arch, but the guys who lining up against Shedeur, against Arch, some real deal guys, especially in the SEC. But I mean, we can talk about, Perry, you said about Deion's health and stuff like that. Okay, we act like that these folks ain't got access to private jets and stuff like that. I would have, if my dad is sick, I'm hopping on that PJ and I'm going to see him. But all that other stuff, man, that's just smoke and mirrors. It's just excuses. You get what you put out, and he ain't put out nothing on no tape. I don't care what nobody say. It is what it is. I don't care about no completions. I don't care about none of that because of you playing 7-on-7 out there with no defense. Because you ain't play against no defense your whole time in college, for real. And then the guys that you did play against, I mean, how many guys from the Big 12 got drafted in the first 3 rounds on defense? Let's talk about that. So, I mean, as far as painting a picture, man, he ain't paid himself a good picture, I feel like. What's your thoughts?
Hey, appreciate the call, Chris. We'll answer it for you. Listen, I agree with Chris. Like the first year that he was in Colorado and he had to deal with all the big dogs, they lost, and they lost bad. And then all the big dogs left. I mean, he went to the Big 12, Pac-12 disbanded. Then he goes to the Big 12. Like, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to give it back to P, and we're going to move on. All I'm saying is I would have liked to see Shedeur go to the SEC to prove that he's a first-round pick. Now, I get it. People are going to say Cam Ward played in the ACC. It wasn't the same. And it is the ACC was a little watered down.
Cam played on the FCS level too. He was in the Southland Conference.
No, I'm not saying, but I think his journey to me was just first of all, I think he's a little bit more talented as well. But his journey it separated him from Shedeur, I believe. Like going to Miami and doing what he did in Miami, I think that raised his level, his draft stock. And I think the same thing would have happened to Shedeur. If Shedeur goes to Clemson, if Shedeur goes to Duke, if Shedeur goes to Texas A&M and goes 9-3, we're not even having this conversation that he's not a second-round pick or a first-rounder. If he goes to Texas A&M and is 9-3, or goes to Arkansas and is 9-3.
But we can't downplay offensive production when we look at the Big 12. The Big 12, that next year when they moved to the Big 12, the Big 12 is offensively put out greats, right? From running back to wide receivers to quarterbacks. I mean, even Jalen Hurts went to the Big 12.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes came from the Big 12.
But
Baker Mayfield came from the Big 12.
Those are 2 different Big 12s. You're talking about Big 12 with Oklahoma, Texas. You're talking about some big name programs that were in there at the time that they had to battle out. Now the Big 12 is a glory. It's watered down. Let's just keep it a buck. It's watered down.
But Cam Ward went from FCS and he went to the Pac-12 at Washington State in that same manner, like he went to Colorado.
Again,
Cam Ward just wasn't following his dad around. So when he got the opportunity to go to Miami, of course you take it. But in Deion and in Shedeur's case, my dad is in a position to be the head coach at Colorado. My brothers are coming, both my brothers and my other brother from another mother, Travis Hunter, is going. You follow that, man. You don't step away from that. And it ain't like Deion. You remember the whole Auburn situation and other. It ain't like Deion wasn't trying to get into the SEC. Deion tried to get at Arkansas and Auburn that we know.
No, I get it. I get it. And I'll say this. At the end of the day, I think if Shedeur makes the jump to another conference outside of his dad and does the same, I want to be very clear. I'm not adding or any less. If Shedeur goes to the SEC and does the same exact thing he did in Colorado, but beating SEC teams, he is a first-round pick. It's not even a question. It's not. It's not a question.
And one of the differences is, too, on the FCS level, you need just a handful of great guys on the team, and you can do some amazing things. On the FBS level, unless you Cam Newton, it's really, 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 really hard to do it by yourself. Because even look at, as great as Jaden Daniels was, and he won the Heisman, LSU didn't win nothing. It's harder on this level to do things by yourself. That impact don't make the same the way that it does on the FCS level when you go to this level of the FBS. You need a team around you. And that's why I say legendary may not necessarily be in big championship games for Shedeur, but Shedeur went to a program that nobody had been talking about for years in Colorado, and he revived it. He did the same thing at Jackson State, and he revived it. And for me, I think that's something we can't take lightly nor ignore. It's just Colorado, it just wasn't enough time to build the stability of enough players on a team. Because when you're on the FBS level, you need a team. You don't just need a player. You need a team of guys around you unless you exceptionally special like that Cam Newton year.
I'm like, this is crazy to me. Are people crazy? Like Joe Burrow and Jaden have been the only good coming out. That's not true. Cam Newton came out the SEC. Like, what are we talking about?
Tua
Like,
came out of the
Tua
SEC.
came out of the SEC. Bryce Young came out of the SEC. I mean, like, are we just like oblivious to the fact? Like, again, there are many conferences that have had, just because Patrick Mahomes came out of Texas Tech, which he was not good at. Let's be very clear. His record at Texas Tech was not good. But at the end of the day,
the team wasn't good, but Patrick Mahomes was good.
I'm saying, like, he didn't do anything at Texas Tech, but Texas, like, he's talented. But again, it takes a lot. What kills me about situations is that sometimes a QB going into a wrong situation can mess up the quarterback. Does anybody, like, I love to bring Alex Smith to the point. Alex Smith goes to San Francisco and stinks it up. People called him a bust. He gets with Andy Reid and he revives his career and plays for like another 4 or 5 years at a very high level that starts Kansas City winning streak. And then Patrick Mahomes comes behind it and takes it to another level. So again, let's not act like quarterbacks going to the wrong places does not hurt a quarterback, or going to a bad situation, a bad organization, a bad offensive coordinator, a bad.
Scotty is Nico from Tennessee. Leaving Tennessee, who just made the college football playoffs last year and lost to Ohio State. He goes to UCLA, and now what has he done? He said, man, I got to take a step away from football. It is not the same.
It's not.
And he is a prime example of it.
Again, a lot of things have to work well for situations, for quarterbacks, for receivers, for a lot of players that go in different circumstances, right? Like, Ohio State's quarterbacks ain't been the great. I mean, like, come on, man. There's not many Ohio State quarterbacks that you're just like, oh man, they were really good. Like, they either been transformed into wide receivers or slot receivers or athletes.
Braxton Miller was that dude, boy.
No, I love Braxton Miller.
Hey, Braxton Miller was that dude.
You know what I'm saying? So again, let's not act like teams don't have a bad track record of doing a lot of things. And again, and even if you go back to Alabama, because I know people talk about Alabama was so stacked that the quarterbacks didn't have to do much. If we're being honest, if we're just being honest.
Somebody brought up your boy Dak Prescott
at Mississippi State. I don't think Dak's all world. I don't think he's worth $60 million. But hey, hey, to each his own. To each his own. So again, perfect example. Baker Mayfield with the Browns. He with the Browns. He ass. Well, he wasn't ass. He actually took him.
They messed over him.
They messed
over him for
Deshaun, right? So he takes them to the playoffs. Next year, they don't do so well, but they weren't bad. They go and get Deshaun. They let him go. He out there balling for Tampa. Was out there balling for LA. So, I mean, again, situations matter. All right. Let's talk about where we at last week, AP. I know it's a lot of Power 5 games, but that's not too damn bad.
Not too damn. Hey, 2 straight weeks, I'm 1 loss short. Hey, I'm kind of hot right now.
Not 1 loss shouted.
I'm 1 loss. Hey, for 2 straight weeks, baby. Hey, I'm trying not to let you take off on me. And look, I'm keeping things right in. That's why I'm telling Southern I got personal things going on that I got to figure out when it comes to picks. So this week of Southern, gonna decide next week, because I already know you picking Jackson State. No doubt about it. You ain't even got to wait till next week. It's no way I know you finna pick Southern. You already picking Jackson State. Let's get that out the way, everybody.
If you guys were a better team, I would pick you.
Hey, let's just get it out the way, everybody. Scotty is picking Jackson State over Southern next week. So we ain't got to wait on that. We ain't even got to break it down, look at it, flip it, turn it. He picking Jackson State next week.
Hampton blew it for all of us.
Hell yeah, Hampton blew it for me. Hampton blew it for me this week, and Delaware State blew it for me last week.
Oh,
I thought Albany was gonna get them.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It looked bad. It looked real bleak for me after week 0, didn't it?
It did. But see, I went on a limb too much. I was going on limbs too much. I'm like, I'm going on a limb here. I'm going on a limb there. And I see you say I'm not taking no limbs. I'm just going. I'm picking fruit. Okay. I'm taking. I said
that Bama State game got me back in it, baby. Hey, I should have listened to y'all with that NCCU pick, but it was the first game of the season.
Yeah.
I was high on my horse. Why not ride it into Atlanta until I got attacked by them damn Eagles? I learned my lesson. My mom raised me right. I learned how to learn my lesson after an ass whooping. I learned
how to learn my lesson.
I learned how to learn my lesson. I don't go back over there fucking with them folks no more. That's why NCCU want us to talk about them, and I ain't fooling with y'all. But no doubt about it, though, 39-7 compared to where I be seeing people picking in the comments, I got to say it's really damn good.
It's damn good. Damn good.
Pat yourself on the back.
Hold on. I got you now. They said they got an applause feature on this joint. Let me see. Oh, they didn't. Oh, man, they said they had applause. They ain't got no applause. Let me see more sounds. Here we go. That's all you got. Did you hear it?
I ain't even hear nothing. What was
all right,
that?
let me see. You still didn't hear it? Oh, man. StreamYard, you trash.
Pat yourself on the back, Scotty. Hey, 39-7, I don't care who it is. We ain't on the, what's the list that we got? The jump-off list. At least we ain't on the jump-off list.
Yeah.
We winners over here, baby.
All right. Listen, these are the games we talking about. We not talking about them blowouts. We ain't doing no Morgan State 60-0. We ain't doing no Fresno State ass whooping. We not talking about no Jackson beating Tuskegee 30. We not talking about them games. All right.
Jackson wants to talk about that though.
And we're not. Moving along, because that shit was ass all this week. Everybody ass. All right.
You didn't like the SWAC SIAC matchup?
Man, ass. Now that Grambling, that's why that Grambling and Kentucky State #1.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's why listen, next week, that G with the trash bag.
It's time to bring it back out.
It's time to bring it back.
It's been a minute.
So
you want to jump into game 1?
Oh yeah, Grambling versus Kentucky State. Let's get it.
Well, let's jump right into it, everybody. 37-31. This one went into overtime. And Scotty, you remember last week when we were looking at games? I said, man, there's something wacky about this one.
You did.
I said, it was something in my soul that felt like Kentucky State was going to give Grambling everything they wanted. And man, if you watch this game, and I went back and looked at it, man, they gave Grambling everything they wanted. Matter of fact, it was so much Grambling had to come back in the fourth quarter just to stay alive because it looked real bleak. But in this one, the Tigers versus the Thoroughbreds, if you didn't know, the mascot for Kentucky State, Grambling, the G-man in this one, 23 first downs, 7 of 13 on third downs, 458 total yards of offense for Grambling in this one, 228 in the air, 230 on the ground. They had a turnover in this one by way of a fumble. On the other side for the Thoroughbreds, 18 first downs, 7 of 15, Scotty, on third down. They were 357 total yards, 221 in the air, as well as 136 on the ground. They also, too, had a fumble in this ball game. Let's look at Xavier T. Said 13 of 27 for 228 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also had 9 carries for 99 yards and 2 touchdowns. So he accounted for 4 touchdowns in this ball game. And let's talk about the controversy in overtime. And a lot of people asked me about it.
You are a ref. Please, ref. I need your ref eyes on this one, P.
So let's just be honest.
I'm going to get the video and you talk about it.
Let's be honest here. We always talk about when it comes to a player, did the momentum stop? If the momentum stopped and the players begin moving backwards, we typically, in that sense, are told, you blow the whistle. The player lost his momentum. There's no longer any forward progress. You blow that play dead. When you don't blow the play dead, you end up in situations like this but you got to play through the whistle. In my mind, watching it, I can imagine the Kentucky State player felt like The moment he lost his forward momentum, his forward progress, he probably slowed up, even with holding the ball, expecting the whistle to stop it, which loosened it up for Grambling to snatch it right out and take it the opposite way. But in any situation, when that player lose that forward progress, you blow that dead right there. There's nothing good that can come out of that situation. And it's one of the situations like you saw with Grambling stripping the ball. Another situation is you can get a guy hurt really bad on those plays because guys are still playing tough, knocking you backwards off your rock. So, in my opinion, the whistle should have been blown to be able to blow that play dead because it was clear as day that he had lost forward progress.
All right, P, I got the video I'm about to pull up, and you just walk us through of when you would have called or when you felt it should have been called on the play. All right, here we go.
Blow it up as big as you can make it.
That's as big as I can get it.
Okay.
Let me hold on. There you go. And
give me the mouse on the player. Put the mouse on the player right there. All right.
So yeah, that's the player right there. Let me put. All right.
He's on the hash mark right there.
Yeah.
Blow it. Blow it. He was spent around.
Hold on.
Boom. Spent. All right. He's still pushing forward. Now he's being pushed back. But it's close. And I think the part why they allowed it to play, the spin around right there. So I can say from a perspective of watching it, but in game, that spin around, I think what kept it, because he could have spent off that and kept the play going. So it happened so fast. I'm speaking in terms of just a player losing forward momentum. And it's obvious that player loses forward momentum. But if you go back just one more time, I think it was the fact that they spent him around. And he tried to push forward again, right there. Now you see he's still. But he's going to continue to fight for yards, and now they're pushing him back. But you see how fast that happened?
Yeah. See, to me, this is the part where I think you spin them right there. I blow the whistle, like right, you know, when he starts getting driven back, I thought that was a clear indication that his forward progress was stopped. And the fact that it's not even reviewable is just crazy to me. And this is how you lose a game. Again, if I'm the receiver, I feel bad because I should have did my part of just making sure I got the ball covered. And there's other little things that transpired in the game that Kentucky State could have won the game. There was some bad coaching. There was some other things as well. But that right there is treacherous.
And I see somebody said even after the spin, he was pushed backward, but he still made a football move to move forward. He still fought for yards. So I still got to give you the benefit of the doubt, even after a spin, that you can be able to push momentum forward, because I still have to let you play it through. That's the thing when it comes to it. I can't blow it there because then I blow an inadvertent Wilson. You could have broke that. But at the same time, it happened so fast. Go back to it in the seconds that you see. It literally happened so fast. Boom, okay. Football move, spin. Boom. He stopped, and he's trying to go, and then right there.
See, okay, people are saying it was reviewed. No. What was reviewed was if they had blew the whistle. That was what was being reviewed. The forward progress is not a reviewable. That's not reviewable.
They were listening for what you call an inadvertent whistle. An inadvertent whistle means a whistle that was blown, maybe to stop the play ahead of time, or they were just looking for a whistle period to see did any official around the field blow that dead to say forward progress had been stopped.
Which was not. So that's how the play was upheld, and Grambling comes out with the victory over. That was treacherous, bro.
The spin is what threw it off. It really was the spin. The spin gave him another opportunity to try to fight forward, and they gave him the opportunity to fight forward. At the end of the day, the ball carrier should have just held the ball through the whistle and not gave up once he started moving backwards, in which I believe that's what happened in this case.
Yeah, so you cannot review forward progress. Is not like what I'm saying is like you can review where the ball should be spotted at, but you cannot review if forward progress was stopped. Or that's not a reviewable action. It's whether like, hey, where we spotted it. Yeah, I'm answering like where do you feel like you went further than where they spot the ball? That's reviewable. Everybody understands that. But reviewable in was his momentum stopped or not? That's not reviewable. It's only based off the whistle of was a whistle being blown or was a whistle heard, and it was not. That's why the play was upheld. So, that's my little refereeing for the day. But listen, Perry is as official as a whistle, okay? Like that man will go to classes, be watching videos, clinics, be in there with SEC refs. So I'm telling you, whatever Perry says is gospel.
And let me tell y'all, it happened so fast. If you look at that play, I mean, it was a split second. So imagine you process. It's easy to call this at home when we can watch it over. Now play it one more time. I just really want people to understand when you standing there, you watching so much. Watch how fast this happens. Right there. I still got to make change to make sure the ball is not loose. Because what if it is a fumble and he drops the ball?
Yeah.
I'm processing, and that happened at a split so fast. So, in all actuality, the receiver, all he had to do was hold on to that ball for about another second. But he gave up the ball.
I'll tell you when I knew he was going to fumble. I'm not going to lie to you. I knew he was going to fumble right here. Right here, because that other hand never, you see, like his other hand could never get over to cover it because they're holding this arm. So he literally just has one hand. I said, he going to fumble it.
That's when coaches say, go down.
Yeah.
You typically see the fumble plays on plays where guys are trying to fight for extra yardage, where you got the defenders crowding you up with multiple defenders. That's when you go down. Most fumbles when you watch film typically happen in situations like this.
Hey, man, listen. I'm giving you top T, okay? Listen.
I'm certified, baby. That's why, look.
This is our Dean Blandino, right?
Hey, call me up in the look. They said we're gonna go to our official over in Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
What you see on this play?
Well, if it was me, I would have to keep it up. I would have to be upheld based off the rules.
And a lot of times when you watch football, fumbles occur when players are fighting for extra yards because they're in a position trying to knock the defender off, but also leaving the ball open to be knocked out. And in that situation, like you said, you clearly see the ball wasn't covered.
Yeah.
How many Grambling defenders was around him?
Let me. A lot. I mean, God, dog. Hey, it was 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 guys around him.
Anytime you get 2 or more, it's gonna be rough on that receiver, especially as he's trying to fight forward.
Yeah.
And everybody right there punching the ball, yanking on the ball, pulling on the ball. You getting that? That's what happens in these piles. You know, as a receiver, what that's like when you getting crowded up by defenders.
Bro, you better listen. I was that. Yeah, I'm going. If it get too hectic, boy, I'm like, what's that receiver from Seattle? He's known for doing that. Ty Lockett.
Oh, Lockett, yeah.
Hey, he get it. He'll dive for it. He down. That boy don't play. He will dive down quick, but
play through the whistle. Let that be a lesson to any player out there. You got to play through the whistle. Don't take a down off until you hear that whistle because you put yourself in that situation. And unfortunately for Kentucky State, damn, what a tough way to lose after a hard ball game, man.
Tough way to lose a game.
All right, let's move on to Alabama, A&M, and Tennessee State. Hey, we got this one right here, boy. Woo. I see you rapping tonight.
Look like something, you know what I'm saying?
Boy, shout out, things different without Connell Maynard.
Oh, it's sweet over here. It's sweet over here. Now, let me say this. I got to give a shout out to Ty. Even she don't rock with me no more, but it's fine.
Ty Floyd?
Nah, no, not Ty Floyd. No.
Oh.
Ty, she's a A&M grad or Alabama.
Okay, I'm sorry.
A&M grad, but she used to be cool with me. And she got me this for my birthday. And I listen, it's a hockey jersey. I love it. So I'm always giving her a shout out for it. So shout out to Ty. You know what I'm saying? Even though you don't rock with me no more. She don't rock with me no more. It's fine though. You know what I'm saying? But no, it's just real nice.
It is nice. I mean, I like it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And in the past, how I felt about Alabama A&M.
Oh, yeah.
And finally, thank you, Dr. Bryant. Hey, you moved on. And what happened when you move on? What's the brighter day song?
Brighter days. I got
that was Was that Brighter Day you played?
No. That was Rainy Days.
Oh, well, no, we ain't playing that. That's Cornell Manor real peer owners if we play the Rainy Days.
I got you.
They got to play this at every Alabama A&M game.
Because of your love, Jesus. It's gonna be. Yeah, the band need to play that.
A&M put that on the PA every time you score a touchdown.
Oh,
boy,
man.
it feel better. Well, Reed set up in here, boy, because, hey, them Alabama A&M fans swear I hate them, man. I don't hate y'all. I just didn't like where y'all was going. I seen enough of it. I saw it before COVID. I had been seeing it. You just never could win a big game.
Yeah.
But here you are against Tennessee State. And I like this rivalry being rekindled because, remember, Tennessee State pulled out of the Southern Heritage. Jackson State, who had been their long-time rival, ultimately moved out. They were playing UAPB, but it did not seem Tennessee State wanted anything to do with UAPB and the Southern Heritage. So they said, you know what? We'll pull out and we'll go with our other rival that we have not played.
Hey, yo.
Alabama A&M. What's that?
I said, hey, yo.
What, to pull out?
Hey, yo.
Hey, they saved themselves a baby over there in Memphis, didn't they? Could have been rough. You could have been stuck in the 901.
Yeah. With that empty-ass stadium, you know what I'm saying?
You could have been stuck in the 901, but you moved on. But nonetheless, man, shout out to Alabama A&M. Sam Shade once again finds a way to get it done. Reggie Barlow in year one at Tennessee State. 23-21, another close game. This one was done. Alabama A&M get the victory. How about Tennessee State in this one? 21 first down. They were 7 of 15 on third downs. 336 total yards of offense, Scotty. 157 in the air, another 179 on the ground. 2 costly turnovers in this ball game by Tennessee State, though. A fumble and an interception. For the Bulldogs, who you repping proudly tonight, and I like it, 19 first down, but they struggled on third down, Scotty. 3 of 12 on third downs was something they're going to have to fix. But 425 yards of total offense, 355 yards in the air, only 70 yards on the ground. They had 0 turnovers in this one. And I think everybody's starting to turn into favorite quarterback in this conference, Cornelius Brown. 21 of 33 for 329 yards and 2 touchdowns. I think at this point, he looks smooth. He looks good with it. He looks like the offense fits him. And right now, he's bringing home dubs for Alabama A&M.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, I had him as number 2 in my top 5 quarterbacks. And a lot of people were saying, oh my God, Scotty, how can Cornelius Brown be number 2? He hasn't done anything. And all he's done is back-to-back weeks blow stats out the water and be offensive player of the week for back-to-back weeks. Now, again, I tell y'all, I know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about quarterbacks. And I told you the kid's a Ferrari. Like, if you know how to drive it, it's going to take you somewhere, right? My issue, this is my only issue, and I want to talk about the game just a little bit. First of all, I got to give credit, and Wayne put it in the chat, but I was going to talk about it as well. They went scoreless in the second half. All their 21 points came in the first half, and they were running up. Listen, Kendrick Grimes was on a tear in that first half. But what I liked about what Sam Shade did is, I'm not a defensive guy, but I'm gonna just tell you what it looked like from my point of view as an offensive guy. It looked like he stopped telling his D linemen to shoot up the gaps and hold and string it out. Because what was happening was Kendrick would hit that gap and he'll bust out. But now he was holding it. They didn't sprint up the line. They strung it out to make him go east and west, and then they would rally and tackle him maybe 1 or 2 or 3 yards down the field. And that really changed the whole dynamic of the game. Second part, Tennessee State better not go back to that white quarterback. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Tennessee State I bet not see Palmer behind center again. Okay? The last Palmer that should have been a quarterback is Carson. That Jordan boy he's not there yet. Now he's a freshman, he ain't there yet. But that McNair kid they got, he is legit. He's good. let me say this, and any A&M fan watching the game, I don't know, did you watch this game, P?
I went back and looked at it, but I couldn't watch it live. I was at
Let me
another
tell
game.
you, 4th and 2. The game is on the line. It's 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Quad is hurt. He twisted his ankle. It's a red shirt freshman. I'm sitting over here like, shit, I'm putting that. Hell no. Ain't no way I'm going for it. They go for it and get it on 4th and 2 with 1 minute and 30. Listen, I text everybody I knew on that staff. I said, y'all got some cojones, because that is different. That is different. It's a different mindset. It's a completely different mindset over there, man. I'm loving what I'm seeing, man.
You know, we live in the world of analytics in college football now. Well, in football, period.
That was crazy. That was such a big call, man. I can't. I would have punt that shit so fast. That was a huge, and I agree with Rocky. Great play design, man. Great play call by Thomas. It was a great play call, great play design, and to trust a red shirt freshman like that in that position, that was huge as well. So shout out to A&M and the coach staff, man. They're doing an amazing job over there.
You know what? That Magic City Classic may be a box office.
And listen, you better get the tickets now, because you're talking about the 2 best quarterbacks in the conference going head to head in the Magic City Classic. You better not leave after halftime. I'm slapping everybody if I see you leave after halftime. Don't do it, okay? I need 6.
You're gonna be a little torn, huh? Because you rocking A&M tonight and you running with Cornelius Brown, but you gonna have Andrew Body on the other side.
What'd you
say?
You
gonna have to get a house divided shirt or something.
What'd you say? I'll cross that bridge when I get there. I'm gonna cross that bridge when I get there. Okay,
I got you.
I'm gonna cross that bridge. I will cross that bridge when I get there. Okay. When I get there, then we can talk about it.
Hey, that's gonna be a good one. You're gonna be torn that game. You're gonna be torn.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little tough. It's gonna be a little tough.
I like it though. I'm looking for you. I love quarterback play. Watching Cornelius last week, bro, he just looked smooth. I'm talking, he looked effortlessly. He just looked like it's natural. He looks like the quarterback that does not seem to be in that. Let me say, the best way I can say, he doesn't look rattled.
No, absolutely. He's ready for it. He's ready for the moment. He's ready. And that to me, that's what makes that matchup in the Magic City Class so good. Andrew and Quad, they're ready for the moment. Are their teams going to be ready for the moment, right? Because when you're used to being the guy, you know you got to show up. But are the guys you're expecting to show up? And I'll tell you this: Alabama State got a dog, Jalen on that side,
and
wide receiver, and then they got that number 12 on A&M side. Man, listen, it's gonna be a barn burner. That's gonna be a barn burner right there.
I think right now, to me, Bama State may hold the edge with Horseclaw running the ball for them, because A&M struggled to run the ball in this game. So A&M is going to have to find a way, in my opinion. I know we're looking ahead, but right now, looking at A&M, they're going to have to find a way to be a little bit more consistent on the ground to make this if they can get a true balanced offense with Brown throwing the ball, doing what he does with his legs, to have a running back to complement him, I think that's when they take this to another level. But they're going to have to find someone who's going to step up at the running back position to help that running game.
Yeah, to me, and when I watch this team, that's the thing. They're not explosive in the running game. That's the thing. That to me is what when I was watching Kendrick, and y'all letting him go was just crazy. But
don't start tonight.
I was watching Kendrick, and you don't see the same explosiveness that you do from Morrow. I'm not saying Morrow isn't a solid back, but you just don't see that same pop, that same go that Tennessee State has, that a lot of these running backs, the Ahmads, the Matthews, and all these other the Sewells from Alcorn, right? These guys are home run hitters. Morrow just doesn't really have that. I mean, A&M doesn't really have that right now. I think that's their next goal. They got to get a guy that can bust one loose. No Diddy.
They get that? Oh man.
Yeah,
this offense can be deadly. It really could. This could be a really, because now you're gonna have defense having to not just respect Brown with his legs, but you're gonna have to really look at the run game of A&M because now at this point you feel like Brown gonna pull it if he got a chance.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be QB keeper. He's gonna pull it himself, but you gotta have a running back to complement him. All right, you ready to move on to the Bulldogs, South Carolina State?
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, this
Look
game
at
was crazy.
Score, ladies and gentlemen, 55-41. Tennis Berry. He don't care how he do it. We just gonna get that lunch pail and we gonna go to work. Scotty.
1-0. That's all. 1-0.
Rain, sleep, shine, or snow, whether
man,
it's
gotta go
at
to
the
work.
beach or it's in the woods, damn it. We got to get it, and he got it. 55-41 against Bethune-Cookman. Bethune fought. They tried. 41 points. When last time you saw Bethune do something like that?
Man, a long time. Maybe Clark Atlanta.
That don't count. That's deep too, but I get it. The Bulldogs of South Carolina State in this one, 28 first downs, 9 of 13 on third down, 561 yards of offense, Scotty. 335 in the air, 226 on the ground. We talking about that balanced offense? This is it. If you're looking for it, this is it. 0 turnovers to go along with all of that offensive explosion. On the other side for the Wildcats, 29 first downs, 3 of 10 on third downs, 2 of 3 on fourth down. They also put up 500 yards of offense, 507 to be exact, 325 in the air, 182 on the ground, but 3 turnovers, 2 fumbles, and an interception ain't gonna get it done for you when you're trying to go back and forth. Cameron Ramson for Bethune-Cookman, 20 of 30, 302 yards passing, Scotty, and 4 touchdowns. He also had 11 carries for 89 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ryan Stubblefield stepped up big. Remember, he was the backup last year behind Eric Phoenix. This year was kind of like, hey, is he going to get the job or not? 21 of 35 for 286 yards and a touchdown. Then you also add in Mason Pickett Hicks from the running back position, 4 carries for 87 yards and a touchdown. And then Jordan Smith from the wide receiver position, 9 receptions for 87 yards and a touchdown. Man, this is why you buy your ticket for admission. You want touchdown, you want fight songs, you want the bands. This game right here gives you that with 96 points total in this one. What was the over-under in this one? It far exceeded it. It was all the way over.
I think the only person that really called it was Hale Wildcats. He said it was going to be like a 34-45 type of game. He called it. Let me see. South Carolina State point spread. It was 17.5.
I'm talking about total points.
Oh, total points. I don't know about that. Let me see. For the point spread, right? Total point spread?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Total point spread. 48.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it was so South Carolina State was favored by 17.5 with a total point spread of 48. So it's South Carolina State won the game with the final score covering the point spread.
I didn't see 41 coming, so listen, anybody?
How they cover the point spread if it was 17.5?
They won by 14.
That's covering?
No, if it was 17, yeah. No, they would have to go over 17.
Yeah, they would have to go over 17.
It would have been 17-5. So
they had to beat them by more than 18.
Yep.
Okay, I'm not a better, but that don't sound right.
Yeah,
I'm looking at Google AI.
Is normally what they mark it as, so 18 points or more, but they only won by 14.
Yeah, got you. I was like, I'm not a better, but that don't make sense to me. But okay,
you got anything on this one?
Nah, man. Listen, I was kind of watching it out the corner of my eye while I was doing the live thing for A&M. I mean for FAMU in Albany. But it's a great game. It was a great game. Like listen, I love some high scoring games. I love the knocker slug out. The games, the 10-7s, the 6-10s, and I also love, man, those type of games where you gotta go score. Like those are fun. Those are fun. Hey, you about to get some stats. You about to run it up. So
explosive plays, quick strikes. That's what get the fans up right there.
What's crazy is I think at halftime it was like 20-7 or 21-7 or 24-7, something like that. It was something outrageous. And then Bethune made the switch and they just came on and lit a fire. So
let's move on to your what do you call FAMU? What is FAMU to you?
Like you said, my alumni.
You alumni. You alumni. Honorary.
Alumni. Now I want to be very clear because I got that I got people in my comments talking about something. I picked FAMU this season. I did not pick FAMU this season. I did not. I picked Alabama State this season to roll with them throughout the season. That's what I picked. I did not pick. I said after week 1. I made that very clear. I said I'm gonna wait till after week 1 and I'm gonna make my decision. I did not roll. Now, do I wish well for FAMU? Absolutely. But I want to see them lose because I want to see Cozy fired and I want to see my school get better in their choices at coach. But continue.
Well, your honorary alumni had a home game, and we all know Bragg Memorial is still a tough place. One loss in as many years still, hey, got to count for something, right, Scotty?
Yeah.
They took on Division II Albany State, and in this one, whew, maybe a little too close. Pearls were clutched a little bit in this one. 33-25 was the final score. The Rattlers, 26 first downs, 9 of 14 on third down. 462 total yards of offense for the Rattlers in this one. 371 in the air, 91 on the ground. Still a tough time for them to find Thad Franklin Jr. on the ground to be able to open up that run game. And a lot of penalties in this one, Scotty. 11 penalties for over 100 yards. They also threw an interception on the other side for Albany State. 21 first down, 6 of 11 on third down, and they were 0-1 on fourth down. 321 total yards of offense, 201 passing in the air, 120 on the ground. They also had a turnover in this game by way of a fumble. R.J. Johnson III, 17 of 22 for 272 yards and a touchdown. Thad Franklin Jr., 15 carries for 76 yards and 2 touchdowns. I got to ask you, a modest day for R.J. Johnson, only 5 incomplete passes, no interceptions. Is he growing up, or do you equate that to just a competitor of Albany State being D2?
Let me. My frustration with this game is my frustration with Cozy. The shit he does doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Your team was stagnant with RJ. You take him out. You put Petty in the game. Petty closes you out the half and gets you going. And then you put RJ back in the second half and let him finish out the game. This shit doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense. And then he comes out in the first game. He comes out in the first drive, and they're in cover 0. He throws a slant that goes to the touchdown. That's not hard. Like, I'm not going to give you kudos for some shit you're supposed to do as a Division I quarterback. It boggles my mind. And then because this is the same RJ on the wheel route completely throws it out of bounds when the guy's just him and Jesus. So nothing that Cozy is doing right now makes any logical sense. Again, I'm going to go back to this. When everybody was clamoring for Musa to be benched, Willie came out and said, Musa's my guy. It's not happening. Stop asking. I'm going to ride with Musa. For Cozy, you come out and say RJ's your guy, and then you'll swap Petty in, and then you'll swap him out, and then you'll swap him in. None of the shit he does is making any sense to me, and I don't get it. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand it. I'm just my hands is up. I'm through with it. But I wanna show the people something of what a home field advantage looks like, because a lot of you don't really understand it. You say you got 60, but you really got 25. You know what I'm saying? It's like you say you got 20s, but they really 10s. You know what I'm saying? You keep them clean, but you keep them clean though. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little different. So let me show you what a home. Again, I'm going to say this. This is their people. They're not asking no fans to come and fill out Bragg Memorial. They're not asking, is you bringing your band? Now, they probably will, but they're going to give you a small section on the far side of the field. These are all FAMUans, green, orange, all day long. That's how you fill out your stadium. That's how you do it. If you didn't know.
I think they don't brag enough on it. You know, when you hear a Saturday night in Death Valley,
Yeah.
I don't think they brag enough with how tough it is to go to that stadium. I really don't. You ready to move on?
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
All right, well, I guess we'll jump to Rice. I know you still on the Prairie View train?
I'm still riding with Jermaine.
Okay, well, Fighting Tremaine's taking on Rice in this one. Hey, let's just go straight through it. Hey, if anybody's ever been on Rice campus, it is a beautiful campus in Houston, Texas. Hey, I love this campus. Absolutely. You know where the money at. They got money at Rice. And I'm talking about lots of, well, they say the boy got his own money.
He got his own money.
Rice got their own money. Let me tell you something. 28 first downs in this one for Rice, 6 of 14 on third downs. They were 3 or 4 on fourth down, Scotty. How about the analytics and keep going forward on fourth down? 461 total yards of offense. Let me tell you, they ran it and ran it and ran it. Once 14 in the air, 347 yards rushing on the ground, 0 turnovers on the other side for Prairie View. 18 first down, 7 of 15 on third down, 251 yards of offense, 151 yards passing, 100 yards rushing. Let me tell you about some running backs. First, let's start with the quarterback for Rice, Chase Jenkins. Midas Day throwing the ball. He was 10 of 16 for 87 yards and a touchdown. But on the ground, 21 carries for 124 yards rushing and a touchdown. Aaron Turner, 5 carries for 68 yards and a touchdown. Quentin Jackson, 9 carries, 42 yards and a touchdown. Samaj Pierre, 2 carries for 31 yards. DeAndre Hardiman Jr., 5 carries, 29 yards. And Dylan Alexander, 7 carries for 20 yards. I mean, they just said, who want to run the ball today? Raise your hand. You get an opportunity. On the other side for Prairie View, Tevin Carter, 12 of 27, 131 yards and a touchdown, 0 turnovers. Cam Peters in this one, just 1 of 1 for 20 yards. Tevin also added 15 carries for 61 yards and a touchdown in this one. He scored both touchdowns by passing and running one in alone to go with a field goal, but it was Rice all over this one. It was tied early 7-7 in the first quarter, and Rice moved on and never looked back.
Ran off on the plug twice. All right. Ran off on him. I'll say this. From what I didn't watch the Rice game, but from what I heard, they said that's what Southern should be running, that spread option type style. You know what I'm saying?
Do you play NCAA these days?
I haven't played in a while.
Rice playbook, Jesus, is right up my alley. Southern should definitely go take Rice's playbook. Man, I wish we could pull it up on YouTube when the guys show the playbook and they show you, they just flip through the playbook.
Yeah.
When you just see the plays, can you do that right quick?
Let me see. I'm going to go on YouTube real quick, but go ahead.
They got guys on there that, you know, they break down the playbooks, you know, for when the game first come out, they say, hey, I think this is a playbook. If you're looking to do X, Y, Z, this is a one. But if you type in Rice's playbook on NCAA 26, bro, I'm telling you, it is right up Southern's alley for what Southern wants to do.
Let me see. Yeah, I got it right here. Let me see if I can skip through it a little bit. Let me blow this up. Share screen, Chrome tab.
Or run to the left. I like that a lot. We got a speed option here. Big fan of that. Wrong. See, love that this run is going. I really, really like that. And then Falk just going to the run. You can put your tight end like that. I just hit the drop. But if you're on, okay. And then, okay.
Pistol
so
wing tight.
So that'll be
wing back tight. And everything's like in the pistol.
So that is your slot receiver. A pretty nasty things you can do.
Wing back tight, wing back slot.
Screen pass to.
Again. And mind you, if your 2 best players are in your backfield, the rest of this works.
Cole. Let's see how this works.
Let's run it back.
Screen pass to Cole.
That could be Dupree right there.
Or the dump it to the tight end. You got the running back. You got 2 options on the right side.
Yeah.
This would be a screen pass to Cole. Let's see how this works.
And you got the post, but it's a screen, so you can go to the running back. You know what I'm saying?
The defense killing us. But I mean, that's a pretty quick hitting screen pass. That sets up very, very quickly.
I'll definitely do that.
So that actually could be maybe not dang quickly, I like Hey Boy, but I'm not gonna try.
So I get what you're saying though.
It's there. I use the playbook myself.
Trust me. All right, what you got? Last
Ask Mike
game.
Reed about me, y'all. All right. I don't know why they don't have well, let me go back. Excuse me. First of all, A&T Roy, where are you tonight? A&T Roy, where are you tonight? Tonight's your night, A&T Roy.
Why? It really isn't.
No, we got to give A&T Roy tonight's his night.
Why?
It's been a while since he's been able to gloat.
And?
They beat the D1 opponent, Scotty. It was a black school, but they beat a D1 opponent at the end of the day. So wherever A&T Roy, open up the call lines, and if you see A&T Roy, I would welcome him tonight. I really do. I want him to, hey, let it be known. Are the call lines open?
The call line's been open.
A&T Roy call in because North Carolina A&T hosted Hampton. I don't understand. Didn't last year Hampton go to A&T for A&T's homecoming? You remember they had that whole thing where they sold the section for the band?
Yeah. Was it Hampton or Howard? It was Hampton.
No, it was Hampton.
It was Hampton.
I don't know if it's scheduled. I don't know how they had to go back to A&T. So regardless of the fact, 33-30 in 2 overtimes this one. Let's look at the Aggies. 16 first downs, 7 of 19 on third downs, 310 yards of offense, 144 in the air, 166 on the ground on the other side for the Hampton Pirates. 15 first downs, 5 of 16 on third down, 321 yards of offense in which they outgained A&T in this one, 153 yards passing, 168 on the ground. Guess what, Scotty? Neither team committed a turnover in this game. Are you surprised? Isaiah Freeman for Hampton, 12 of 24 passing for 153 yards and 2 touchdowns. And on the ground, boy, was he lethal. 20 carries for 129 yards and a touchdown. A&T down to no quarterback, just had to make it do what it do. Noah Sanders and Nelson Lane. Noah Sanders in this one, 6 of 17 for 75 yards and a touchdown. And Nelson Lane, 8 of 10 for 69 yards in this one. Wesley Graves at the running back position, 18 carries for 87 yards and a touchdown in this one, man. How about A&T holding on? And I think A&T coach had something to say at the end of this game, didn't he, Scotty?
We gonna kick your ass again.
Run that back one more time.
We gonna kick your ass again.
Save that energy for the white schools. Like that's that shit. Nah. Like no. No. Keep that energy for the white schools. Hampton is ass. Like, let's keep it about. This is the battle of the toilet bowl. Like, somebody had to win a game. Somebody had to get a D1 win this year.
We didn't think it would be A&T though. That's why I like it.
No, you didn't think it would be A&T.
You didn't pick A&T in this game. That's why
I didn't think they was going to win either. I didn't have them losing every game though.
If there was going to be a win, who did you have them winning against?
I said the only one was Campbell. I said that was maybe a Campbell. But at the end of the day, my thing is this. A&T Roy's here, and I'm going to give him his time. But I'm going to tell you this. He can't say too much because he's the one. No. He called in the beginning of the season and said 4 to 5 wins. Show me where you getting 4 to 5 wins at. I don't care if you beat Hampton.
Let tonight be his night.
No, I'm not giving them. No. You paying somebody you paying somebody $370 and you hyped up over winning the toilet boy game?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, when
you know how low this bar is set that you hurling over?
Well, they didn't have no quarterbacks. So when he call in, don't interrupt him, Scotty. Let him get off tonight.
Go ahead, Roy.
He's been ready.
Herc and Jerk, what's up? Herc and Jerk.
Go ahead.
Y'all not gonna speak to me?
I ain't got nothing to say.
What's up, Roy? Hey, I'm trying to open the
All right.
flow, man. It's all yours, man. Go ahead.
Hey, Perry, man, thanks for this, man. The hater over there, man, he'll be doing all kind of fools. Hey, man, I do want to make sure y'all clear that this is A&T Roy of the head blacks in charge, North Carolina A&T State University Aggies. Now,
Tell him to keep that same energy for the rival next week. Let's see if he come back talking that shit next week when he get his ass smacked 40-7. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell y'all, man, I'm actually thankful for the win. I had no idea what was gonna happen, and the big reason I'm thankful is that it was my 60th birthday Saturday night, and we pulled off a double overtime win for the celebration. All right. So
Happy belated birthday, bro. Happy belated birthday.
Again?
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. Yeah, Scotty, you're not gonna say it?
Nope.
All right, listen, man. I'm done with that, but I got another subject I want to talk about real quick. Is that good?
Go ahead.
All right. Here's what I want y'all to recognize is that your boy Chris Barnett at Alabama State. He is the most accomplished OC in black college football. He has, I think, 3 HBCU national championships and Celebration Bowl wins. I think he has 2 FBS wins. And he has 2 or 3 top 25 FCS wins. So, man, I'm going to tell you what. He got Andrew Body now. He's going to be a problem. And I'm now going for Alabama State to win this whole deal if Andrew Body can stay healthy.
If he got all that, why you hire him as your head coach?
No.
Don't worry. No. That's a legit question. If he's so accomplished and he's so distinguished, why you pick him over Gibbs? Why y'all pick him over Gibbs?
Hey man, I ain't got nothing to do with that, man. You gotta talk to the AD. Matter of fact, people
right.
want Gibbs, but I'm telling you
right.
that Chris Barnett is a bad boy, and he gonna win this thing if Andrew Body can stay healthy.
He ain't bad enough because you ain't hiring him at your alma mater, but go ahead.
Roy, listen. Tonight is all about A&T.
People did question why we didn't hire him as the OC. I don't know what happened.
Roy.
Go ahead, Harry.
Tonight is all about A&T. Don't bring up Alabama State, man. This is your night, man. We just, for once.
You better enjoy it because you ain't seen it again.
And I want to hear some trash talk because your big rival coming up. Hey, paint the picture for me, A&T, Roy.
Because you said 4 to 5 wins. I don't see it, but go ahead.
Hey, I came back last week and said we were down to our 6 and 7 quarterback. So, but how about this? Our 6th quarterback got hurt in the game against Hampton. So we were down to our 7th quarterback. And I don't know what we're going to do this coming week. So
lose.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to do. I can tell you that. Lose.
Hey, did y'all see the video in the locker room yet? Of Coach Gibbs in the locker room?
No, I haven't seen it. What happened?
Oh, he said at the end of it, he talked about people that left, because people left and when we were losing by 10 with about a minute left. And he said, he talked about all that. But then at the end, he said, let's go kick some Central ass. In the video.
I love it. I love it.
The reason that, yes, that's what I'm saying, man. It's a whole different thing in Aggie land now, baby.
Yeah. Come on, Roy. Talk tonight.
I need you to be. Let's keep it a buck right now. But don't let Perry get you too hyped.
No, Roy, I love it.
You was up. Hampton, you were down 10 points to probably one of the worst teams in the CAA next to yourself. Y'all just looking like the Spider-Man meme. Y'all like this. That's how bad y'all are. Y'all both look at each other like, yeah, you ass, I'm ass too. So then you had to win a double overtime. Now I will be honest and say this. I will give him all the kudos in the world for winning a game in the condition of how he won it, which is the preparation for not having the quarterback, for making things work and changing things around. A lot of coaches wouldn't be able to do that. I'll give him kudos for that, and I'm not taking nothing away from that. You're still a trash team. You're still not good. And the thing about it to me is he's celebrating this one win. Your boy from what? Your boy from last year only got one win. He doing the same thing he doing. Y'all gonna be in the same boat for year 3. One win.
So we know we haven't turned the corner yet. I mean, that's not a big deal. We know we still got work to do. But listen, we won our first CAA game. We won it at home. We won it in dramatic fashion. And hey, man, we're going on to the next game. How about now, in this video you showed, Gibbs was mad that the Hampton coach wouldn't shake his hand. That's why he was doing all that stuff. And he apologized for his actions that got on video this morning in our press conference.
What you need to apologize for? What you need to apologize for? I hate that. See, that's the stuff I hate. Right? Don't apologize. That's how you felt. And if the coach didn't want to shake your hand, that was disrespectful. And you saying what you saying, that's how you felt. Just be like, I don't fuck with him. Like, just keep it a buck.
Well, hey, listen, I don't know that I would have apologized, but he just said he didn't want to represent the university in that way. But he did kind of talk about the fact about why he did that. And so, he probably won't be caught on video again doing that. But I would say this, Gibbs is a fiery dude, boy.
No, you're right. I seen him at the Beach Bowl when he went against Maurice Flowers in the Beach Bowl. What he thinks is what he's going to say. He don't believe in all that coach. See, he's the kind of guy you got to be very careful. He's the kind of guy, A&T people will love him, but everybody else can hate him very quickly because he's the type of guy he's the type of guy like you got to kick when he's down, because if he's up, he's going to let you know that he's up. He's the type of guy that's going to let you know that he's up. So that now that he's down, you better stomp him out. You better kick him and stomp him while he's down, because he's going to be as quiet as a mouse. That's what happened with that South Florida game or Central Florida game. But when he wins, he's going to give you all that energy, and that's the same type of energy he brought to the Beach Bowl. He was like, yeah, nobody thought we could do this, and he didn't want to do this, and I did. I was like, oh, wow. Again, if he's your coach, you love it, but if you're playing against him, you can't stand it. So he's the type of guy, I'm telling you right now, if he gets up on you, you're not going to like it. You're just not.
Yeah. Hey, man, listen, I know one thing. We better not be on that jump-off list tonight, because I noticed the teams ain't won no games. Well, if they won some games, it was just D2.
I got to put the shirt down now. Your ass is still on the jump-off.
Thank you, P.
I threw the shirt now. You're still on the jump-off.
I'll see y'all on the street. And
beat NCCU. If you beat NCCU, I think
I'll be in Silver Spring, Maryland, in Saturday, right by the Glenmont station. Listen, come meet me right there. Promise me. Listen, I'll tell you, they still on the jump-off list. Because next week,
Scotty,
they're going to still be on the jump-off list.
Scotty, you don't know. I'm a big boy now.
That's fine.
Hey, you don't want to go there.
That's fine. That's fine.
I don't care about that.
He talking about throwing hands?
BMZ attitude you got, homeboy.
That's fine.
He talking about throwing hands?
Glenmont Station, Silver Spring, Maryland, Saturday. This Saturday, if you can make it.
Now he want to throw hands. He just turned 60. You too old to be throwing hands, A&T Roy.
Huh?
He said you too old to be throwing hands. You just told everybody you 60.
Who said I was throwing hands?
Yeah, he just said it was a promise. That's all he said. It was a promise.
Yeah, I'm tripping. My bad. I'm trying to start a fight. My bad.
I'm a big boy.
When somebody tell me that,
we're happy to have you, man. We got our first CAA win. We got it in dramatic fashion.
Dramatic is right. Listen, I would say this. On September 15th at 9:57 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, this will be your last one of the season.
Let me tell you this. We're getting 2 or 3 of our quarterbacks back. So in a couple weeks,
ain't gonna stop nothing.
Our horses
ain't gonna stop nothing. Y'all still ass.
Okay, well, we'll see.
No, I'm telling you,
you're gonna eat these words. You're gonna eat these words, homeboy.
Okay, we'll see.
Hey, A&T Roy, hold on before you go. Do you got any message? Do you got a message out there for the NCCU Eagles this week?
No, because he know he gonna get his ass whooped. He ain't got that energy.
Hey, yeah, I do. I got it. Hey, listen, don't bring that bull crap, bull junk, whatever, in our house. This is a rivalry game, and all that stuff that happened last year. It's a whole new day, baby. You gonna see. Come into Aggie land with your head between your feet. That's kind of corny, but that's good enough.
Oh, we really
Hold
believe
on,
that
hold
one.
on. What's the score, Roy? what the scoreboard gonna say, Roy? Give me a score. What the scoreboard gonna say?
17-14 Aggies.
I have no idea.
Give me something.
Hey man, I'm down to one quarterback, baby. Huh?
I thought he would gloat harder.
He know what it is.
He gloats so hard when they lose.
He was surprised. He won. Like that's that's where he at. So he ain't trying to push his luck.
Hey man, we should be 2-1 with an opportunity to be 3-1. And but hey, listen, I can't talk too much, man. Hey, listen, if I had one of my top 2 or 3 quarterbacks, I'd be talking some trash, but I can't talk too much right now.
Okay.
Man, I thought you would have took a bigger advantage of the night's moment than what you doing. I really thought you was gonna get on here and it was gonna be fireworks. You gloat more when y'all lose than when you win.
And he be gloating about some old shit too.
No.
Shit that ain't happened in like 30 years.
No.
Oh, we're the only school. I'm like, bro, you haven't done nothing in the CAA. Talk about that. No, let's talk about these celebration bowls. Who has 3? Who has 2? I'm like, come on, man.
The night you got the gloat and you sitting here, you being very modest.
Perry, you missed me when we were winning. I was in Corridor. People hated me. I got unfriended all over the place. Yeah.
I'm just giving you your night tonight, man. You've been on the jump off list since we started this show. We've been looking for a win for A&T.
I called in, man, and said we thankful for our win, and we got work to do. Hey, that's all you're gonna get from me, baby.
Your first win versus a D1 school in a minute, and this is how you do it?
Hey, man. Hey, listen, I know how this works. I'm not ready to get real rowdy yet. Yeah, I'm telling you, if I had my top 3 quarterbacks, this would be a whole different phone call.
It really wouldn't.
A whole different phone call.
It really would. But okay,
Yes.
We'll see. We'll see what them CAA wins keep coming in. We'll keep tabs. See if them CAA wins keep rolling in.
Hey man, I'm actually gonna try to call in every Monday night, man.
You do that.
I like y'all show, man. I like to call in and talk a little trash with y'all.
I appreciate that. We'll
even though you're a hater and Perry is jealous of us, I still want to call in.
Hang up on him, Scotty. I done gave the man all the time now. Hang up on his ass, man.
You better not hang up on me.
Got to go.
Hey, boy, I expected more out of A&T Roy tonight.
You know what? Just for that, I'm a switch up the segments and we just gonna get right into it. I said a certified freak. Woo! 7 days a week. Well, run that shit back. Hey. I said bump them predictions. Damn them predictions for right now. Let's get into this jump off list. Cause them niggas still first. What you thought this was? What you thought this was? How you go? You've been laying on your back for the last 3 years. And you think because you go to one church service that you get up off the list? You took one communion? So
what
now
that man say? I don't like men's no more. I'm delivered.
I'm delivered. Like what? What?
Hey, can you pull that video up? Every time we talk about A&T, that's what we gonna play from now on. Oh my God.
Wait, what?
Dale State fighting for their life to get off here, boy. Oh, Dale State fighting for their life to get off here.
I got you, P, right here. I hate you, P. You stupid boy.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women. I said women. I'm not gay. I would not date a man. I would not carry a purse. I would not put on makeup. I will love a woman.
Woo, boy. Hey, that's A&T, boy. They done got a dub, boy. They done switched it up. God, dog. Jesus Christ. Hey, boy. Hey, that was the energy I was looking for out of Roy tonight.
We not trashing no more. We've been delivered.
I swear I was gonna get that energy tonight.
Man. Oh, Jesus. Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
I needed that laugh. Oh, I needed that laugh. That was hilarious, B. You are stupid.
That's A&T, number one.
Listen, come on, man. Stop playing. Now, I want to be very clear. Grambling was one loss away. They was about to get flipped. Okay, Dale State was coming off. Grambling was about to slide on up this jank.
You know what? We really can make an argument right now. UAPB can kind of be in number one because they beat Lincoln. They beat the Penny. At least the Aggies got a D1 win.
But UAPB been getting D1 wins before them, though.
Yeah, they beat Prairie View last year. I mean, yeah. They did beat Prairie View last year. You got a point.
Valley beat FAM.
You got a point. You got a point.
So they gotta at least give me about 2 wins to come on down to 3 and 4.
Well, BCU could probably be number one.
They play South Carolina State really well.
Yeah, but they just keep losing. They play a lot of people. They just be losing. Wait, didn't they beat Grambling last year?
They did.
Okay, all right. But I would probably BCU and Valley.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But
nonetheless.
But A&T, never forget. Okay?
You are homecoming opponents.
Come on, man.
North Carolina A&T.
Never forget.
Oh.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women. I said women. I'm not gay. I would not date a man.
Hey, listen, I got one for you, P. That's perfect for A&T. Let me find it. I gotta find it.
Hey.
I gotta find it. Oh, man.
Boy, you got me. Hey. Boy, I'm about to sweat up in this thing, boy. It ain't even hot in my house. God, dog. Ooh, Jesus Christ. Boy, if y'all don't enjoy Outspoken, I don't know where else you gonna find this type of entertainment.
Yeah, not.
God, dog.
Oh, I wish I could find that testimony.
I'm laughing at Mr. Campbell comment, boy. Hey, boy, listen. Jesus Christ. I think I'm thoroughly entertained tonight. Oh. What you got for me, Scotty?
Oh, here we go. Oh. This is what A&T been into, right? This is what A&T been into for years. And then they think because they win one game, they supposed to
laying up with men, out there prostituting, having oral sex in my mouth, licking in bars.
That's what you've been doing. You've been doing that for years. For years. And you think you're going to get off this list?
What she was doing?
You think you're going to get off this list? No, sir. No, sir, Auntie. No, sir. It will. No, sir. You better earn that.
You got to earn.
You better go earn that. No, sir.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it. Week 4 prediction. It was church. That was church. The other one I wanted was it's a white girl. It's hilarious. Like, I mean, that ain't so funny.
All of this is church was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said my boy just put up his mic like, hey, nah. Yeah. Oh, man. Anyway, let's get to these week 4 predictions. Not that many games going on. But we're going to get through this, and we're going to get to the game of the week.
I'll let you start. I hope you on these.
Listen, Morgan State beating Central. I'm not even about to go through all that.
I got Morgan State beating Central too.
Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I think this game is going to be closer than what people think. But I think Bethune-Cookman's going to pull it out. But Edward Waters, if they win that game, oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay, I got
Bethune goes to number 1. If Bethune lose to Edward Waters, they go to number 1. Let's just go ahead and put that out there. Can we put that out there right now? Because they're going to piss me off because they're going to give me a loss that I don't expect to happen.
Yeah.
But if they lose, Scotty, can we agree Bethune go to number 1?
Absolutely. Okay. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. Go straight to the Brian Jenkins Classic. I like that. The Brian Jenkins Classic. All right. You got Alabama A&M versus Lane.
Why? What's up with boy? Every week you find a way to do some shit.
Nobody cares, man. It's Lane. Okay.
You done went and found Lane Kiffin and put it on the folks' screen.
Hey, Alabama A&M versus Lane.
If I'm Alabama A&M, I use that at the game. Boy, I mean, you gave UAPB a hell of an idea last week. A&M, are y'all listening?
Thank you.
Well, if you don't slap up a face of Lane Kiffin when they run out there. Hey, I promise you I would do. God, dog, boy, Scotty, you cold with it.
I tried. Now, listen to me. I thought I was going to get you on this one. But I looked back, I said, damn, he picked Texas A&M Conference. I was like, I thought you was going to go Grambling. I was going East Texas off the rip. I was like, yes, I'm getting this one. But
boy, after what I just saw with Grambling, hell no. Let's go East Texas A&M. What you going to do?
Listen, Sacred Heart, Norfolk, no disrespect. That's an ass whooping coming your way.
Going Sacred Heart with you.
Howard and Hampton. Now, this one, I'm not gonna lie to you. This one, I'm a little iffy. Hampton has beat them for the last 4 years.
Well, let me get it out there, everybody. I like Hampton, but when you lose to A&T, and I seen Howard beat FAMU, I got to go Howard in this one. To me, I know it don't matter. It's matchups. This seems like Howard's game. At some point, you got to stop getting beat, okay? And Hampton has been beating on you. At some point, you got to say, I'm sick and tired of it. No more.
Sound like a Tyler Perry movie.
Ain't no more Hoppos to beat you up in this one. I'm going Howard, Scotty. Go ahead and go opposite so this can be the one. Go ahead. I know you want to. When you sweat like that, you want to say Hampton. Go ahead.
This ain't the week.
It may work out for you.
This ain't the week.
I'm going to beat yourself up next
week. This ain't the week.
Like, damn, I should have said.
This ain't the week. I'm going to save my week. I'm going to go Howard.
Okay.
I got.
If we fall, we're going to fall together, huh?
Hey, we go.
Fall till we fall.
You know what I'm saying? We fall down, but we get up. That's what we're going to do. I'm going Del State over St. Francis.
I think I picked.
You picked Del State.
Did I?
Yeah, you picked Del State.
Hey, goddamn, what's your boy? Can't even think of his damn name, huh?
Sean.
Boy, y'all better not go lose this damn game. Y'all win this game, you can come off the jump off.
Oh, absolutely. If Del State win this game, they're coming off the list. Don't give a damn what y'all talking about. They're coming off the list. They win.
Bethune, if you lose to Edward Waters, I promise you, the new number 1, and you will remain there.
You will remain there.
You will remain there. It ain't no coming back for you.
Oh man. All right. Some big matchups. South Florida versus South Carolina State. That's an ass whooping. Prairie View versus Northwestern.
This is interesting. This is interesting. It took a goal line stance last time, didn't it, for Prairie View to win this game against Northwestern State? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Last time these two teams played. Let's not forget what Northwestern State did to Alcorn this year. 20-10, stormed the field. They beat a SWAC team. They want to know in the SWAC. They got more. Hey, this is 2 SWAC teams 1-0 right now. Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
And they want to know in the SWAC West. I'm just saying. Northwestern State already beat Alcorn. Prairie View already beat Texas Southern.
You might want to add them to the SWAC for real.
Hey, this is SWAC West. Hey, who gonna come out on top?
See, they played Minnesota last week. I can't take nothing from that.
No, they
played Cincinnati. Yeah, you can't take nothing from it. They played Alcorn. They lost to Minnesota, lost to Cincinnati. You can't take nothing from them last 2 games. It's like, and then they got Prairie View, then East Texas A&M. So you went Prairie View, right?
Huh?
You went Prairie View, right? Yeah, I think you went Prairie View.
I did, but I don't know how I feel about it though. I'm not strong on it.
I'm going PV.
You gonna ride PV?
Yeah, I'm going PV. I'm gonna trust the Tremaines.
Y'all want to do this in front of everybody right now?
Hey, it's on you're on the spot. You gotta put it on wax. You feel confident in PV? I mean, if you could put, I'm not like extremely confident. I'll be very clear about that. But I feel like if you could put 17 on Rice, you should be able to put 24 on Northwestern State. So I'm like, can you get past 24? I believe so. Can Northwestern State score 24 points on PV? Listen, if Northwestern scores more than 21 points on Prairie View, I'm about to be off this bandwagon because Northwestern State's offense is not like that at all.
Alcorn scored 31 against Alabama A&M and only didn't even score an offensive touchdown against Northwestern State. I'm gonna flip it. I'm flipping it. I just told myself, I'm gonna go Northwestern State.
Okay.
I'm going Northwestern State.
If they get 2 wins from SWAC opponents and they haven't won a game in the last 2-3 years, that is a true testament to how bad SWAC football is.
Both teams are 1-0 in the SWAC West right now.
I'm crazy.
This is a real SWAC West matchup. They both 1-0 in the SWAC West, Scotty. That's what kind of got me right
You
there.
could, if we're being honest, you could let UAPB go and bring in Northwestern State. I don't think that's a bad replacement.
I'm going Northwestern State. I think they may go 2-0 in the SWAC West right here. I'm going. Boy, I went PV everybody early on. I'm gonna go Northwestern State. Let's see.
That's fair.
Yeah, that might be the difference maker next week.
Dog, if PV loses, I swear.
At some point, I got to do something. I can't keep coming. I can't
Colors
keep
only
going the same.
conference.
Huh?
Is that colors only conference?
Oh, sure. All right, whatever.
But no, I'm so serious. I would if I'm the commissioner. Well, but whatever. But if I was in charge of the SWAC, I would drop UAPB and pick up Northwestern State. I really would. They're competitive, but they're not overly. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't about to blow through everybody, but they competitive.
Hey, they didn't beat Southern. They didn't beat Grambling. They didn't beat Alcorn. It took Prairie View a miracle to beat them last time they played. I mean, they about right on par with the SWAC.
I think that's a great pick.
Northwestern State SWAC good.
That's all you need to be, right? All right, let's get into this top 5. All right, peace on you.
All right. Hey, did nothing change in my top 5 this week, everybody. North Carolina Central is number 5. Listen, they're 2-2 on the season, but they got a victory in a big way. What a way to get back on track with North Carolina Central. I think Trey Oliver is doing what he does best. This is not just a football team. It is a football program. And I think he has this football program ready to head in the right direction as they continue to go through non-conference and get to conference play a little bit later next month. Coming in at number 4, let's go Alabama A&M. I had them at number 4 last week. They remain in the spot. You know why? They beat Tennessee State. They are in a position that I haven't seen them be in a long time, and that's the winning position. They're on the winning side of things. And I think Sam Shade, along with his quarterback Cornelius Brown, are looking like a legit contender in the SWAC right now. So I have them at number 4. Let's go Alabama State, number 3, remaining, holding on to that spot. They got past Miles in a convincing fashion. Andrew Body has done everything he needed to do to remain consistent. Eddie Robinson has this team headed in the right direction. This is probably what he wanted last year, but now he has it this year, and you see why adding Andrew Body makes this offense and this team a contender in the SWAC. Let's go number 2, South Carolina State. Kenneth Berry had a shootout against Bethune-Cookman, but nonetheless, they were able to hold on. Once again, the same way like I'm talking about North Carolina Central, Kenneth Berry looks to be building a program at South Carolina State and not just having a team year in and year out. And right now, they're still looking like a team to beat in black college football, and I would give them the number 2 spot and the number 1 team in all of black college football, still holding on after a convincing win. Goose Egg, Tuskegee this past weekend, Jackson State. I think Ahmad Miller, I think when you look at Jacoby and Morgan, I think when you look at this team as a whole, offense, defense, and special teams, they play the best 3 phases of the game better than anybody right now in the country, in my opinion. And so right now, they're my number 1 team. I think TC Taylor has built something, and it looks sustainable right now. And that's why I have them at number 1. So coming in number 5, North Carolina Central. Number 4, Alabama A&M. Number 3, Alabama State. Number 2, South Carolina State. And number 1, Jackson State.
All righty. That's Perry's top 5. You know mine's going to look a little bit different. Just a tad bit. Just a tad bit. Now, 5 inch CCU, they're solid. You can't. I think we'll see what they really are when they get closer to they get some more better out of conference play. But they're solid, but they have been looking a little shaky lately. It just is what it is. Alabama State and Alabama A&M, I think these are interchangeable. If you want to go 3-4 Alabama State, if you want to go 4-3, doesn't matter. My reasoning of putting Alabama A&M is because of the schedule. I think their schedule was a little tougher than Alabama State's. Alabama State just had Miles. A&M had Tennessee State. Then before that, they had Arkansas. And then before that, they had Alcorn as well. So I just think their schedule and who they played has been just a little bit better for that. So that's why I put them over top of them. Jack State, South Carolina State. Now, I'll say this. I'm not giving them any kudos for playing Tuskegee. I'm just not. You look bad while doing it, and you beat them 30-0. So I'm not giving you any kudos for that. It's a wash. You stay in your spot. South Carolina State did not like what I saw defensively. To go from playing University of South Carolina and being so stout to then allowing Bethune-Cookman to go put 41 points on you, you got to go back in the lab and make sure you're fixing the issues that need to be fixed. Because while people are patting you on the back, we already know your special teams isn't good. Then your defense gets ran through the way it just did. You're going to have to figure some things out going into week 4. So at the end of the day, South Carolina State still stays number 1 because of their schedule, they've played better competition than Jackson. That's flat out what it is, and as well as they've won. So got to give them kudos for that. So that's it. That's my top 5.
Scotty, how about right now, I think when nobody's really talking about how the SWAC East.
It's tough.
Jackson, A&M, and Alabama State. And if FAMU can figure it out, but it seems like they kind of falling behind them. But, I mean, to have 3 teams in one division in top 5 of black college football.
Yeah.
The SWAC East is something to watch as you're going to get that Jackson State, Alabama State matchup on October the 11th for Jackson's homecoming.
Yeah.
That's box office. Then you're going to get A&M and Alabama State at the Magic City Classic. That's box office.
And then you get JSU and A&M at the Mobile, at the Gulf Coast.
Man, we got some. That SWAC East is pay attention.
Yeah, it's looking really good right now. It's really looking. You got it's one side's looking real strong, one side's looking real flimsy. We just say it like that. All right.
Most likely, the SWAC championship is going to probably be at one of those 3 schools.
Yeah, that's fair. That's absolutely fair. We'll see how it comes out. All right, game of the week. I wouldn't have picked this one, but hey. My man Perry said this is the game of the week. I don't really think it's the game of the week, but teachers own.
What would you have rather seen?
Howard and Hampton.
I just thought the hype coming off A&T beating Hampton. If they did not have beat Hampton, no, they would not have been there. But the fact Hampton lost to A&T and you want me to put Hampton in a game of a week against Howard? No way. Now, who they need to have called that Howard-Hampton game? Your boy from MEAG Media Day.
Who? Oh, Shady?
Huh?
Shady?
He needs to be on the call for that Howard and Hampton game, the real HU.
Oh, man.
I would love to have him on that call.
That's fair.
But look, this is a matchup of 2 teams who do not like each other. North Carolina A&T, North Carolina Central. You look at Gibbs coming in, trying to change the coach at Sean Gibbs changed the coach at North Carolina A&T. Trey Oliver is the coach at North Carolina Central. He embodies what North Carolina Central is. He is the Eagles. And when you get the Eagles and the Aggies on the football field, you're talking about black college football classic when you talk about rivalries of 2 schools who do not like each other. And both their names start with North Carolina. It's either Central or A&T. But when I look at this matchup, I think we can all say the better program over the years has been North Carolina Central. Since COVID, they have hosted up a Black College National Championship, winning the Celebration Bowl. Before COVID, it was A&T hosting up and being the Black College National Champion at the Celebration Bowl. Both these programs have history, they have tradition, and they both know what it's like to be champions. Unfortunately for A&T, they have fallen on tough times. But after getting that win last week against Hampton, that has to mean something headed into this week to give them some form of motivation, some form of saying, hey, don't be ready to bury us yet. And I think for North Carolina Central and Trey Oliver, they're just looking to steer the ship right after losing to Old Dominion and losing to New Hampshire. They got a chance to shake back last week against Elizabeth City. But this is a game against a CAA opponent that we've seen North Carolina Central have success against in the past, that I feel in favor of Trey Oliver. I learned my lesson early this year. Don't be fucking with them Eagles, and I'm not going to fuck with them here. Trey Oliver, North Carolina.
Call him Perry.
I'm giving it to you. Huh?
Oh, that's, you froze, so you got to say that again. I thought somebody was calling you.
Oh, no. I said I learned my lesson with fucking with them Eagles. I'm going Trey Oliver and North Carolina Central. It's all yours. I think they are the better team in this one, but you got to like the energy Sean Gibbs gave after that win against Hampton to lead going into this matchup. You got to like it. And listen, it's football at the end of the day. They put on their pants just like the other team put on their pants. But I'm rolling Trey Oliver.
All right. Listen, it's Trey Oliver. I'm not even about to get all it. And even they about to get their ass whooped. I mean, it's very simple for me. Like I'm not no alum. I'm not no nothing to nobody. They about to get their ass whooped and all that. And I just want him to keep that same energy. That's all I'm saying. Listen.
I said, gonna kick your ass again.
I just need you to keep that same energy.
I said Elizabeth City. Who the hell did North Carolina Central blow out? Was it
Fayetteville?
My bad. It don't matter. Fayetteville, Elizabeth, NCCU by 40. It don't matter who it was. Shit. They all about what and what.
It is what it is.
I saw somebody say it, so I do want.
I probably said it. And
I said it.
Fayetteville, Elizabeth City. It don't matter. Okay.
It don't matter.
It was a D2 program. It don't matter. Y'all keep scheduling these Bama's. Listen,
call
on open.
Clip one more time. Hey, we may not see that again this year.
You won't.
They gonna kick your ass again.
Like they don't won the Super Bowl.
He said we're gonna kick y'all ass again. So he talking about he waiting on next year.
Yeah, because that's the only win he gonna get it next year, probably. 370 for one win. That's what you're paying for.
We're gonna kick y'all ass again.
That's
Boy, if they
crazy.
beat Central,
Oh my God.
boy,
Josh better not say nothing.
Ooh.
He better sit on. If they beat Central, Josh better sit on HBCU nightly. As much trash as he was talking,
I ain't even hear it. He went crazy.
He always go crazy.
Ooh.
Smoke coming to you. Smoke.
Oh shit, goddamn. Oh,
Yeah,
you with Scotty?
What's good? Are you live?
Perry. No, Perry, you know, we got about 2 more. We got another week or so after Blue Box. I start fucking with you. Right now, you know, we beef. You feel me? But hey Scotty, did you get a chance to watch the game this past weekend?
Depends on what game you're talking about.
You already know Stevie.
Oh yeah, I watched it.
Little highlights and anything.
No, I watched the game.
Okay. So look, the quarterback that I asked Zoe about when we was all on live that day,
Mm-hmm.
and we was talking about how Stouffer threw the pick versus USM.
Mm-hmm.
That's the quarterback I was talking about.
Talking about the white boy, right?
Listen. Yeah, Stouffer's the white boy, but Jared is the one that played this weekend.
Yeah.
That's what I asked Zoe. I was like, when Stouffer threw that pick versus USM, do he think that TC should have went with Jared instead of Stouffer? But to my point, Jared looking pretty good to be a truther now. I know it's a ski, so don't get on my ass. I know it's a ski. But I would say so far though, he kind of looks a little better than Jacoby.
He looks the same.
And the only reason, true.
I look at it like this.
Okay, why you say that?
They are literally one and the same. And the only thing I'll give you this is, if it all depends on what you're looking for, right? Like maybe Morgan gives you leadership that Jared doesn't give you, but they're literally the same quarterback. Honest, they really are. I think if you weren't using Jacobian as a leader, I would go with the young guy, because with the young guy we can grow, right? Like he could get better, right? Like Jacobian is what Jacobian is. I think if it was close and you just wanted a leader, then yeah, you go with Jacobian. He won you a championship. You run it back with him. He deserves that. But if that wasn't the case, I would go with Lockhart and just grow with Lockhart. They're literally the same. They have the same misreads. They have the same missed throws. He throws a very good deep ball, and he's mobile. Like they're literally the same. I mean, that score would have the same passes that Jacoby and Morgan misses is the same passes that Lockhart misses. And people are going to say, "Hey, Scotty, it was his first game against a D2 opponent," and I'm saying, okay, that's great. I mean, I'm not saying it wasn't. I mean, it's a great time to get his feet wet. It's not like he was going against Hampton, because I think it would have got ugly if he plays against Hampton. I think he threw the worst dog. He threw one of the worst picks I've ever seen in my life. I've ever seen in my life. Like, bro, it was 2 people over there. What are you even looking at, right? So again, when people are evaluating this quarterback, there's a lot of things that he does like Morgan, which is with his feet. He's a big guy. He throws a really good deep ball, has really good touch. But outside of that, I see the same person. If I'm being honest, I just think that if you give TC more time, maybe he can develop him into a better, rhythm passer and things like that. But other than that, I see the same guy.
So look, going into I know we got a bye week. We got a bye week this week. Going into 7 week, do you feel like TC should go with Jacobian, or do they battle it out this week and next week and decide between Jared, or do they start off with Jared in the game and say, hey, we're gonna see what Jared gonna do? And if Jared doesn't start off how we want to, we go with Jacobian, or do they start off with Jacobian?
Where's the game played at?
Southern, right, Pete? It's in Southern?
Hell no. I'm definitely not playing. I'm not playing no freshman on the road at Southern in the biggest rivalry game. Hell no. Like, and again, it's not even that Southern can probably stop your run. It's just that when you need Lockhart to make a throw, and people are seeing it like, oh, we won against a D2, but there was no pressure. There was no pressure. There was no pressure of having to win this game. There was no pressure that you might not win this game. when you step into it, if it was at home, I think you could have made that work. You could have kind of like maybe played him in spots. You know what I'm saying? Like give him some spot duty, maybe like a QB power or easy throw or whatever. On the road at Southern, hell no. I'm going with Jacobian, and Jacobian will have to show me that he can't play, and I'm gonna have to put Lockhart in that way. But Jacobian gonna have to lose that job for me to put the freshman in, because what you don't want to happen is what he did at Tuskegee. You don't want that to be even worse, because where Tuskegee couldn't capitalize. And if you watch, I'm telling y'all, if you watch the game, Tuskegee had opportunities to score. They just missed that double pass, a couple runs, a couple plays, a couple catches that didn't go their way. They put 14 on y'all at least. And that D line was literally really good. I don't care if you're starting backups. It has to look a certain way of like, hey, we got to look this way, right? So I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Jacobian would have to lose. He would have to get hurt, or he would have to just play so bad that just like, shit, I got to put Jared in. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, P. You got anything on that?
And if I'm Southern, I take that game plan from the first half last year in the SWAC championship
and run it back again.
You had him rattled. He couldn't get nothing going. You forced it to have to be in his position to have to make a play. Run it back. That's what I would do, because you made him uncomfortable. You were able to apply pressure, and he found himself on his back a lot more than he had been throughout the season. So if I'm Southern and Coach Henry Miller, I'm looking at that and say, what did we do to exploit him to get him uncomfortable last year? And how can we do it again? Because it ain't like he took leaps and bounds to be a greater quarterback this year than he was last year. I think you're saying he basically is the same guy. What you saw last year is what you see this year.
He is. And to me, what I would do if I was Southern, I was run the same game plan I did against Andrew. I'm gonna go 5 on the line, and I'm every time he hands that ball off to whoever, I'm hitting him. Every time he hands the ball off, I'm hitting him. That's just what I'm doing. I'm going 5 on the D line, and I gotta stop. We gotta commit to stopping the run, and I'm gonna make sure I touch Jacoby Morgan every single time. That's how I play the game.
So, hey, look, I got one more thing. So, look, Scotty, look, bro. I know this is a bye week for us, so I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a show Wednesday, right?
Probably not. Yeah.
Or you might.
Nah, probably not. I'm not talking about those Tuskegee.
Dude, look, listen. So the school that Purvey played against on like a week or two ago,
the Grand, Rio Grande Valley team.
Is this their legit first year ever with a football program?
Yes.
Dude, have you bro? Can you find time? Which I'm pretty sure you
the facilities. The facilities.
Oh my dude, have you seen it?
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's bro. I don't know what it was. Something was just over me, and I just went and looked them up. Dog, man, that don't look like no first year program, bro. And to support what you said, I think you was talking to somebody. You was like, it's easy for them to recruit in their area, the San Antonio area, but with a facility, the stadium does not look like a first year program stadium. It looks like they've been playing for a little minute.
No, it's legit. No, it's legit. And I think they've been planning this process, I think, for about 2 to 3 years. Just to get the team back. You get what I'm saying? Like they've been in the process of getting the team back for the last 2 or 3 years, but this is the first year of them being on the field. And
so they had a team.
No. They were in this has been a 3 or 4 year process of planning to get the team back.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, the facilities are amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And again, I keep trying to tell people there's talent in Texas. They don't have to leave the state of Texas to field this team if they don't want to. But okay, if I get 60% of my players from Texas, which is West Tech or South Texas, or like near the Mexico border, and then I expand out to Arkansas. I mean, not Arkansas, but Oklahoma, Louisiana, and Arizona or New Mexico, whatever. Like I can get enough players to fill my team. For real.
I think they're in the Southland Conference. I'm not sure who's
in
the conference.
I think they're in the Southland as well.
Nichols are in.
Yeah.
Hey, dude. Look. I think they may have a clean sweep. They 3-0 so far. They played Texas Wesleyan next. I think.
Did y'all see what they did to
and
Langston? They beat Langston
dude, they
80-0
put 80 on
this
Langston.
past. 80-0,
So, hey,
bro.
I think they may have a clean sweep, dog. I think the only two teams I think they might have a problem with maybe UIW and probably Lamar. But I think they beat Nichols and SFA and McNeese, bro.
Yeah,
And for a first year program, that'll be crazy.
it is.
But that's all I got, bro. I ain't gonna hold y'all up,
No, you
man.
good, bro. Appreciate the call, Smoke, as always.
For sure.
All right, man. Peace. Hey, man, money moves. Money move. Listen, money moves, man. Money moves. And again, it's just an opportunity to, if you get the right coach and have the right facilities. Look at this locker room, P. Look at this locker room. These are the FCS with the names. They got the names and
That be the shit I be talking about. Like, hey, just call the athletic department and say, hey, I want to bring my staff over and shadow y'all for like the week. We just want to know what you do with fundraising. We want to know what you got in terms of a vision. I just want to see what your infrastructure is, because at the end of the day, it ain't going to bother us. It ain't like we going to clash, but
yeah,
we just want to know. I mean, a clean bathroom, I'll take that any day. You know how hard it is to get a clean bathroom in the SWAC? If it's something as simple as a clean bathroom, I mean, somebody actually going in and clean the walls, and I mean, look how the shiny that wall. Look that you can see his reflection on that goddamn wall.
UTR has a partnership with a salsa company. Okay, that's what's up. So, but yeah, man, this what happens when money. Hey, Texas money different. That Texas money is different. Rocky, coming to you.
Hey, this is what I'm saying, man. I don't want to mention this. I know the SWAC people gonna go crazy, but I'm gonna mention it anyway. Rio Grande, if I'm not mistaken, is down there where Andrew from.
Yeah,
right?
Corpus and all them.
They all know Andrew. They all know Andrew. Andrew a legend down there. Andrew is the third, is number 3 ranked
in Texas high school. In Texas
high school history. Only thing I'm gonna say is this: that program got money. And if they need a star to go with that money, Alabama State better have their money ready. I'm just telling you, they better have their money ready. I ain't bullshitting. If Andrew end up being FCS, well, this SWAC Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Alabama State better have their bread ready. I'm sure they got it ready. Them ain't gonna be no thing.
Hey, let me tell you, Rocky. It look like, hey, UAB already look like they at the table, don't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know they at the table.
Trent Dilfer was like, shit, hey, boy, just let me know. Slide me the number.
Again. Now, let me ask you this here, Perry, because this is somehow, I know this is hypothetical. But in the NIL era, do Bruce Eugene, Kincaid, do all them guys stay in the SWAC?
No. Absolutely not. I'm sorry. Go ahead, P. Did you hear what he said?
He said in the NIL era.
If you had Bruce Eugene, Kincaid in the NIL era, do they stay at their schools?
Quarterback is a different position compared to the rest of them, but I think it's dynamic. All of those were. No.
Okay.
Well, and see, Bruce had a connection with Doug Williams, which I don't know how much that could have been separated. Kincaid came to us from Ole Miss. I think if Kincaid comes to Southern and has that breakout year that he did and win the Black College National Championship.
I thought it was Grambling, but okay.
Kincaid went to Grambling.
Yeah, you said Southern.
Did I say Southern?
Yeah.
I'm apologize. I'm thinking deeply right now because I'm thinking now with the years that, especially Bruce Eugene, I mean, his numbers was
outrageous.
I mean, Jesus Christ. No, I guess I'm trying to make an excuse to keep them to stay, but considering NIL, money moves people these days. I could imagine it moves them away from Grambling in those times. Kincaid and Bruce Eugene. I have to say, yeah, they don't stay.
I think the people are saying that they would. I just need y'all to understand what this money. You would have been talking about what, Perry? What's that? 08, 09?
Well, Bruce Eugene, we talking the early 2000s, like 02,
Okay.
03, 04, 05. Kincaid, we talking about 2016, 2017.
So he was there for 2 years.
He was there for 2 years.
So if he would have, that 2016 team was the crazy one, right?
What's that?
The one that went undefeated.
That was
He never lost. He never lost a game in the SWAC.
No, he never lost a game in the SWAC.
So
and he almost beat Arizona on the road.
That was crazy.
Got hurt that game.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And then Arizona came back. So him and Shedeur both wanted to say never lost a SWAC game
in 2 years. So my thing is this: if year one goes down, he's gone. Like he's gone after year one. Now again, we can't speak to what moves them or what doesn't move them, but they're getting offered $200,000 to $300,000 to come play quarterback.
Because this is my deal, right? We know linemen, well, not linemen, even skill guys. Are SWAC quarterbacks valued like a Southland Conference quarterback or like a SOCON quarterback or OVC quarterback? That's what in my mind.
I don't think any of the quarterbacks are valued unless you have a good quarterback. Like I don't.
No. I'm just talking about the play. Like if the play, because even with Shedeur doing what he did, there were tons of naysayers saying he's not going to be able to do that on the FCS
because of the competition. But again, my point is, you only can play who you play. And again, like Quad and Andrew are high talented guys that can play at an FBS, a G5, a lower level Power 4 program to where they can make an impact. That doesn't take away your talent because you play against bad competition, right? Like you're still talented. So I don't think, again, overall, I think that if you see somebody in the Southland, you're going to edge them just a bit more because of the competition that they decide to play every week, right? They're not scheduling, VUL. You get what I'm saying? Like they're playing, Go ahead, P.
And I would say this, to take it away from NIL, before it was NIL is the reason why we lost a lot of good players. When the white schools started to pick, so NIL or not, that door opening, and whether it was, let's say the whole Cam Newton situation. We heard Mississippi State offered them, Auburn offered them. There was schools offering. How many athletes have we lost already where when it was illegal to do it, they were still being pulled to those schools to go? Now that you offer it and make it even more legal now today than what it was then, I think for sure you lose it. Because look how many athletes we lose just to a group of 4 FBS school that you clearly could say should be playing in the SWAC.
Yeah.
That you would love to see show, being high profile in the SWAC. So I think, you do lose them. I think because we had already seen this before when we lost, when the white schools decided to say, hey, we want your best black players.
Yeah.
Did every white school get the best black player? No, because it had to be a trickle-down effect. But you see plenty of white schools since that merger happened that had success on their own level. Let's take like a ULM. Monroe, who has not had success on the FBS level, but they were a really good D1 AA team, the same way like an Arkansas State, and I'm using them as examples because they're in the Sun Belt. So I think at the same time, when it comes to that, you lose those players. We're finding it hard right now to get the players that we want in this league. That's why I think you've seen the level go down when you're looking for quarterbacks at this in the SWAC.
The crazy thing about the whole NIL deal, right? Like just use the SEC. I don't know what the group of 5 pay, the group of 6 pay, right? But I do know what the group what SEC schools pay, right? And the bare minimum is $25,000 a month. Like a guy like, and I'm gonna use any guy. A guy is it worth going to hold a clipboard your senior year to make $400,000? Even if you're not going to be a starter, to make $400,000 as a backup quarterback, backup DB, reserve offensive lineman, is it worth that?
Give
to
me
go?
400.
Yeah,
Give me 400,000. Give me
Because
400,000.
everybody not going pro. There's a 1% in this facade that somebody's going pro. Let's look at the Legacy Bowl every year. How many guys who are good where they come from out of a team with depth, the best of the best, go to the Legacy Bowl and end up undrafted? And then they end up going to a team as a free agent and then get cut 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
If you gonna give me 400,000, because at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. You ain't going to the league trying because you say I want to be a player. You going to the league for the check. You say I'm ready to buy my mama a house. I'm ready to get a car, and I'm ready, to go to the club and blow. At the end of the day, no matter how you cut it and look at it, it is about the money. If pay me 400,000 to hold a clipboard right now, I promise you I'll sign up.
I'll hold the shit out that clip.
Hey, what you want me to write on it? Yeah, so that's all that matters, Rocky. In this day and age, money is everything.
Group of 6 schools are paying, because I don't know what
Group of 5, not group of 6. Group of 5.
No, I put the Big 12 in there.
Wow. Wow.
He done went to these folks' media day and then he gonna disrespect.
Hey, that's fair. Hey,
he done went to these folks' media day sitting up with them and gonna do them like that, Rocky.
No. What I'm saying is, I put the Big 12 in the group schools because I don't, from just a sheer talent standpoint, I don't think they are there, nowhere near the SEC and Big Ten.
All right, last point, Rocky, before I let you go.
No. I'm good. That's all I wanted to. I just wanted to come on and troll a little bit, saying that Rio Grande may offer Andrew way more than just the Rio Grande. They may give him the whole South Texas corridor when they come looking for him, because he's their guy. Andrew is their guy.
Yeah, that's fair.
For sure.
All right, man. Appreciate the call as always, Rock. Hey, Diallo, coming to you.
P. White, Scotty, what's going on?
What's
family?
up, D?
What's goody? Listen, hey, 2 things, man. I don't gonna take up the time. I don't know if it's other callers, but Rocky is right, man. I was thinking about that. I thought about that when Andrew went off against Trent Dilfer and them. Like, do you stay, at Alabama State for 1 more year and, like you said, play good in the Legacy Bowl, make some, get invited, or to come to somebody's camp and to get cut? Or do you go grab that money to start your life? Get 300,000, 250,000 and start your life, whatever you want to do in life or whatever your major is. You know what I mean? Like, that's going to be a decision that him and a lot of other players going to have to make, man. And if they offer you that type of bag, man, you would be a fool not to take that money, man. You know what I'm saying?
I would play
That's
if I was talking to Andrew, I would say, Andrew, play the numbers. And what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
He would say, Scotty, what do you mean by that? I'm like, tell me the last quarterback that's been drafted from the SWAC. Tell me the last quarterback that's been has gone to the practice squad from the SWAC.
Right.
Like, that's where you gotta play the numbers. Like, you have to do something different to get something different. And for me, staying in the SWAC and playing quarterback is not in your best interest if you have aspirations of making it to the next level. Now, if you just want to be the greatest Alabama State quarterback of all time and be cherished every time you come back around for homecoming and stuff like that, by all means, do you and enjoy your career. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But for me, if your aspirations are go to the next level, you got to get gone. And when somebody comes in, I'm not saying you got to go to the first thing smoking, but weigh your options and go to the place that you feel most comfortable to go. And to me, anybody should want that, because it would be, D, if somebody came up to you and said, hey, man, I want you to run all of Ohio's, sports recreation, you'd be like, hey, what the numbers looking like, right? So that's what anybody does.
I love the community I work in. You see my community center, you see my kids. I gotta go.
I got to go.
I gotta go.
I got to go. Right? And that's fair. That's all I'm saying. So I would just tell him to play the numbers. If your goals are to make it to the league, I would say this. Look, I would tell him to look at the freshman that left Alabama State. He went to UAB, played at UAB, and now he's at Georgia. The DB, the freshman DB that was an All-American, right? So again, you got to play the numbers. So I think Andrew might have like 2 more years of eligibility because he has a grad year as well if he does like grad school. So he'll have this year, next year, and the grad year. Use all that. Maddox, thank you so much. Maddox, right? Use all of that and get as much as you want to get from this game. So if you get an offer from UAB or Southern Miss or you get an offer from Sam Houston or James Madison or Indiana or Illinois, like, bro, go take it. Rice, go take it.
Go take it. Yep. You have to. And I'm glad Rocky brought that up because that's an interesting take, man. And that's what's about to start happening more and more with these boys. I mean, you said the last SWAC quarterback that got drafted, Shedeur started for 4 years, 5th round pick, 3rd string quarterback. Don't look like he gonna play no time soon unless he has injuries in front of him. So, it's just the reality of the matter. And then the main thing I wanted to talk about, Pete, you guys were talking about the SWAC East being a gauntlet, and it goes back to what we talked about last year and have talked about in the past about how it should be the 2 best teams playing to go to the Celebration Bowl because you have a 3-week stretch where Alabama A&M plays Jackson and Mobile. The next week, Jackson State plays Alabama State for their homecoming. Oof. Then the 3rd week after that, you got the Magic City Classic. So I think who's ever going to make it to the SWAC championship, whoever survives that 3-game gauntlet is probably going to make it to the SWAC championship. But I think if we have it like how we want it, whoever loses that game, their season is probably going to be over. I would love to see whichever matchup is the best matchup, you know what I'm saying, and who can finish the table to have an opportunity to play again and go to Atlanta because that 3-game stretch to me is going to decide who goes to the Celebration Bowl. Like those are to me head and shoulders the 3 best teams in the conference, and it's going to be fun to watch. What do y'all think about that 3-game gauntlet?
Man, I'm 100% behind you on that one. What you got, P?
I'm going to watch one of them October 11th. I'm gonna be in Jackson, Mississippi. I want to see that Jackson State and Alabama State game. I may not make it to the Magic City, but you better believe I'm gonna be watching it. So and I get what you're saying about the divisions. You remember, Scotty? I don't know if you remember, it was during that COVID year. That spring season, I talked about getting rid of the divisions. Boy, they came down hard on me, Lord. I mean, they did not want to hear that. But I think as we saw Jackson State and FAMU for those 2 consecutive years, no matter if it was Prairie View or Southern that won the West, FAMU was legit the 2nd best team in the SWAC.
Absolutely,
and because that game played,
absolutely. We got cheated of some classic football during that 2-year span. Absolutely.
And because that game was played the first game of the season,
we
talking 3 months later, who wouldn't have not wanted to watch that again?
Absolutely.
So I'm okay with it because look, the SEC did it, didn't it? And I know people say, well, don't compare it, but hey, if they able to do it with the amount of teams that they have, I think we can do it too. I'm over this SWAC East West. And I think having it like that takes away from the true ability of what the SWAC could be when you got everybody just saying, well, these teams are good, but they're all in the East. These teams are all in the West. Let's just say we got all these teams and then come down to whoever's the best team. I think we overdue for it because imagine an Alabama State, Alabama A&M rematch, and it's at the home site of one of those schools.
That would be crazy.
It's gonna make more money and it's gonna be more eyes on it. Yep.
If Bama State would have had to go to Huntsville or A&M would have to go to Montgomery.
That's
crazy.
Just
sets. Imagine if it's a Bethune-Cookman and FAMU, and it has to be. I'm just throwing a Southern and a Grambling. These are Texas Southern, a Prairie View. These are possibilities. So I think because if we're looking to maximize the opportunity of somebody hosting a home game, you give yourself a better opportunity, I think, in the future to give everybody an option and to give yourself for some hell of a matchups of possible championship games instead of just saying it's going to be one team out of the East and one team out of the West, no matter what it is. I like the opportunity for everybody to get in. And if it's a rematch, it's a rematch for a reason. That's the second best team that needs to play. And we need to send that team to the championship.
That's fair. I love that, P. I think, to me, what I would love about that the most is having these classics at home fields. Oh my God, the
That's
impact.
basically what it is, Scotty. That's basically what it'll be.
That the impact of seeing to have the possibility of a classic being at a home field advantage type of situation. That to me is now you're getting into like G5 level attendance. Like you're getting into lower level Power 5 attendance because you're like, the only way I can see this game is I got to go to the home stadium and pack it out.
Yep.
There's going to be extra
And it's championship.
It's everything on the line. Man, you
Yep.
can't ask for nothing
Yep.
better than that.
Yep. For opportunity to play for HBCU national championship,
That's
like it don't
crazy.
get no better than that. And I'll say this in closing because I got to be petty, but I'm telling the truth. I watched the Jackson State game, and in the third quarter, Dr. McNugget, as Scotty calls him, like this dude is throwing out all these things that they're going to be doing. And I'm like, hold on, a lot of this stuff sounds very familiar of what I've heard on Outspoken and what my brother Scotty and Perry has been talking about. And they're saying week 5, which I believe is the week. I believe that's the week when Alabama A&M plays Jackson State.
No, it'll be Southern and Jackson.
And
Is
it Mobile or is it the?
So Southern and Jackson is week 4. No, we're in week 4 right now, right? So week 5, yeah, it'll be Southern and Jackson in week 5. And
so that means they go be in Southern.
Yeah.
He said that they're going to, starting week 5, they're going to have a pregame show like College Game Day from the location of the biggest game in the week. And we know Boombox is going to be the biggest game of the week, right? So, and I'm thinking like, who's going to be the crew? Like for you guys to come up with these great ideas, things that you guys have talked about for quite some time. And I understand that, he's not going to reach out to you because his feelings is hurt about certain things, but I just feel like that's whack. Taking your ideas and now implementing them and not even using you guys. And Perry, this is for you. I know Scotty's answer. If they were to reach out to you, is that something that you would consider doing? I'm sure he already have a lineup, but I can't see the lineup that's going to be more entertaining. And people can say you guys are entertaining, but you guys are also very knowledgeable when it comes to breaking down the game. We know Perry's an official, so he knows the game inside and out. Scotty played, college football. So you guys are entertaining, but I find myself learning things that I didn't even know about the game from watching you guys or watching Scotty and Zoe, who's a historian like you guys. Is that something that you would consider if that was offered your way?
I would, of course, because at the end of the day, this is why I've been in the space for so long that I have. I've been in this space in media since 2011. I started out as a sports writer for HBCU Digest. So my man, shout out always, my man Jared Carter, founder of HBCU Digest. So to be here, of course, at the end of the day, that's why I do it with Scotty. I do it for the love of the HBCUs, man. And particularly, I live in SWAC country. I've grown up in the SWAC. You give me the opportunity, of course, I'm going to take it, and then we're going to revolutionize. We're going to do everything that we've been saying on this show.
Absolutely.
You know,
I got love for you.
You know how I feel
Go ahead,
about
Scotty.
it. Yeah, I was like, you already know how I feel about it. I just look at it like this, man. Like, I'm like, you're not. Let me wash my mouth. You're just. They're not.
Let's say you would take the opportunity, Scotty.
No, I would. I'll take the opportunity. But the thing
Let's
for
start
me is
there.
like, yeah, of course I'll take the opportunity. My thing is like, you're just not.
And let me. I don't want to interrupt you, Scotty, but I gotta say this. The reason why I say Scotty won't take the opportunity because I know Charles McCullough is gonna try to mute Scotty and not let Scotty be himself. And if Scotty can't be himself, it's not gonna work. It's gonna be watered down. So that's why I say Scotty wouldn't take it. You know what I'm saying? Am I right or wrong, Scotty? Again,
It all depends on how watered down they're asking me to be, right? Like if they just tell me I can't say certain words and can't talk about the commission.
Yeah, you can't curse. We understand.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still.
You just can't say nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Or I can't talk about the commission.
Yeah.
I'm not tripping off that. It will. To me, this is the thing for me. If you ask me to be on it, I'm going to have a majority of creative control because you haven't.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like I get to me. I've earned that. I've earned that right to have creative control because you've never built a show that's any type of success. You've never. So you can't come to me and tell me what I have to do to make a show successful. You can't tell me that. So
let me ask you this. Put it up against HBCU game days. I mean, not HBCU game, HBCU Go. They have a pregame show that they do with all of the, with the crew that they have. But let's be honest. How many of y'all in the chat and how many of y'all that watch this, make sure you tune in each and every, and there's no slight to them, but it's just, is it entertaining as watching this where you're going to get something hilarious out of this. That's going to be very political. And for the SWAC, I think, Scotty, and I'm sorry to cut you out, but I think it's that same system, like you said, having to take that advantage of when you got a guy like Dion. Are we Dion? No. But at the same time, people are entertained by Dion. People cannot wait to hear the next thing he's going to say. I think that's what this has grown into. People cannot wait to hear what we're going to say. Plus, the way we feed off each other, the chemistry, the way it's going to go, and we bring a funny side to it, like you said. We can give you information, but we also can make your ass laugh, too. It's what college game day.
I'm not getting no more took me out. Y'all ignorant for that. I was in there crying. I ain't saying that in a minute. But I'm gonna get out the way, man, and let y'all continue the show. But much respect, man, and keep up the good work, good brothers.
Hey, no problem, man. I'm gonna lock this down. I got 3 callers. Mr. Hunt, I see you. Mr. Sargent, I see you. It's 6056 coming in. What's up, P?
How hard do you think it was for ESPN to have to swallow their pride after they, first of all, said anybody from ESPN going to Pat McAfee show is over with for you? Yeah. Then to realize, you know what, Pat McAfee,
he's too big. He's too big.
All right, now bring him in, and then he got a show, and then before you know it, he's now the spot of what Lee Corso was in College Game Day, and he even has it to the point to where he gets Nick Saban to get a little rowdy.
Yeah,
the rest of the guys weren't gonna get Nick Saban to get rowdy.
What I love about Pat McAfee is the songs. I don't know all these college songs. I've never heard most of them, right? Because I never really followed college. So when he'd be like, "It's great to be," I was like, "Oh, that's tough," you know what I'm saying? Or who's that coming down the track? Like, I don't know these songs by, like Suck This Tiger Dick Bitch. Like, I don't know any of that stuff. I never heard of any of it, right? So when he's out there doing the songs, I'm like, oh, that's dope. Okay, cool. That's the essence of Pat McAfee. Like, I like that he didn't have to be Lee Corso. He's just himself. And with himself, you get the different side of college football that I love seeing it. McAfee really makes the show, if I'm being honest. He really does.
The rest of the guys are professional within their right. And you love it because I love to hear Kirk Herbstreit break down the game and talk about it. I love to hear Desmond Howard. All of the guys, even Nick Saban from his perspective, and even Nick being a coach, as great as he is, he's not 100% right on there.
Yeah.
It shows the flaws that come with it, but at the end of the day, it's entertaining. And then they let Pat basically lead the way. That whole thing, what was that they had with when he thought they was talking about niggas, and he said, "Wait, that ain't what that
Lank."
Yeah, let a naysayer know, bro. That was that still lives on to this day.
Yeah.
He looked up like, "Wait, let a what?"
And everybody wanted to say something, but only Pat McAfee was really going to address it. Like, hold up.
Desmond knew what it was because Desmond was like, "Hey, I thought it was a nigga too." Desmond was the only one like, "Hey, I thought that's what it meant to let a nigga know."
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah.
But that's what you get out of that when you let people be themselves. And I think the other shows that you watch, people are themselves, but they are afraid to express it that way because it's like what my mom tell me with us in this space. We are good at what we do, but we didn't go to school for this. And when you go to school for this or you did this for a living, it kind of puts you in a professional box because this is the career. So you try to be that,
Yeah,
for us, we're not in a professional box. I didn't go to school. I went to school for political science. So all this extra shit I've learned over the years come off the fly. So I'm still able to have my personality the same way you're still able to have your personality and go along with it. When you typically go to school for it, they trying to tell you to take your personality out of it and do what it is to be in the business. And it sometimes makes people nervous, which is why I think Pat McAfee floats well in it. He didn't go to school for this, but he's in the business to be himself. And they realized the hard way, as much as they didn't want to fool with him, and ESPN hated Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
Can you imagine somebody hates you and now you're the face of everything that they do?
That's crazy.
They had to put their pride aside and say, "Hey, man, if this is what we're trying to do, it's bringing in the corporate dollars." Because what corporate partnership has stopped because Pat is on there?
None.
Thank you. It brings the dollars, it brings the views, and people love it. Why not? So I'm saying the same thing to the SWAC. I get it the same way if it's the dispute between Scotty and the commissioner's office, whatever the case may be. In the past, it was the same thing with ESPN and Pat McAfee. At the end of the day, let's put away the personal and let's look at the business.
Let me get to these callers and we'll touch base back onto it. Mr. Sargent, coming to you.
All right, man. I had to take my blood pressure medicine because of the guy who said he wasn't gay no more. Man, oh my God. Ooh. Man, you almost gave me a heart attack. That was so funny, Scotty. Oh my goodness.
Oh man,
All
that's
right.
Perry. Shout out to P, man. He said bring that up.
No, man, don't do it again, man. Don't do it again. Wait for me to get offline so you can go off track.
Yeah.
And do that again. Oh my goodness. All right. So I saw the FAMU Albany State game. I actually watched it on replay. The SWAC TV quality, the broadcast, I have to give it a B+. There was just some inconsistencies that I saw that keeps it from being the professional presentation broadcast that it should be. Man, I got two questions for you. One, how on earth does Cozy keep his job? And that's number one. And then number two, I think it goes back to what I said a couple of weeks ago. You know, do you want to be right or do you want to win the game? There was no reason to pull Jet.
Yeah.
Jet was releasing the ball fast. Like all the things that you taught us to look for, you and Perry both taught us to look for in a quarterback, Jet was doing it. He was doing it, but then he got pulled. I'm like, do you just have some reservations about the Jet? Is there something that you don't like about the young man? I just keep thinking that Cozy feels like he's made his choice. He's willing to die on that mountain instead of just saying, you know, I'm here to win games, and it doesn't matter which tools or talent I have on my team in order to do it. But those are my two questions. Do you think he's just being stubborn? And then number two, how does he keep his job after that unsatisfactory win that we saw last weekend?
I'm gonna tell you what I know for a fact. This is not no he say she say. I know this for a fact. Jet is the OC's guy. RJ is the Cozy's guy. That's a fact. You can take that to the bank. You can put that on. If I had a newspaper, I'll put it on the front headlines. RJ is Cozy's guy. Jet is the OC's guy, and that's the battle, flat out. That's just the battle. It's my guy. I like him. I want him to play. And you can continually keep saying that by the way he keeps pushing them in everybody's face. That's just what it is. Now, again, he keeps his job by winning. He don't win, he gone. It's very simple. It's not even that he lose that Albany State game. He's not the FAMU head coach anymore. He loses any game at home. I'm saying this right here, right now. He lose any game at home because all your big games are at home. If he loses any game at home, he's fired. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody's talking about. He will be let go. It's very simple. Because, again, I'm going to keep – now, I will say this. I don't know if you can let him go if the only loss is to Jackson. And he beats Alabama State. I don't know if you can let him go. You might have to let him finish out his contract. I'm gonna be honest. I'll be like, I don't know, right? Because it depends on how he loses to Jackson. If he gets blown out by Jackson, then yeah, you probably say, you know what, we're good because we haven't seen any progress. Yeah. But if it's a close game, you're like, maybe we run it back one more year.
Now, Scotty,
what's up?
Remember, the next 4 games are at home: Alabama State, NCCU,
Alcorn,
and
Jackson.
And Jackson State.
Yeah.
Okay.
The NCCU game
now,
is kind of a wash.
I have to say this. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, real quick. The NCCU game is kind of a wash because what if he loses it? What are he gonna say? It's not a conference game. You get what I'm saying? Now I know that's not the FAMU standard, and I get it, but that's when you're Cozy, you just trying to keep your life, trying to keep your job. right? So it's not a conference game. So you'll let that one slide. But the Alcorn, Jackson, and Alabama State, you lose either one of those, the way this schedule is going, you're gone. You lose 2, you see you. Oh, you lose 2 games at home, you're fired, flat out. But go ahead, Mr. Sergeant.
Yeah. Well, the one thing I was going to say is, believe it or not, there's a lot of eyes on the game in Atlanta versus Mississippi Valley, because I think that is the only exception to what you have just said. Let's call it a what do we used to say in geometry? Anyway, a corollary, corollary, whatever. If he loses to Valley again, oh my,
it's a wrap. You can wrap him up.
Oh my,
he's done. You might as well leave him in Atlanta. Tell his wife to come get him. Tell his wife to come get him.
Yeah, can't lose to Valley again. That game's gonna have a lot of eyes on it. It's just gonna have a lot of eyes on it. That game, it means something because it's because he lost last year.
I get it.
Like a lot of noise around our program isn't that he lost to Howard this year, is that he lost to Howard this year, and you combine it with a loss to Valley last year. He wins the Valley game, even though he lost to Prairie View. That would have been acceptable. Nobody would have thought anything about that. But because his quarterback went down, we get it. But the loss to Valley is gonna hurt until he can get 9-10 wins or a Celebration Bowl win. So keep your eyes on the Valley game in Atlanta. Other than that, you guys, I can't wait to see both of you on SWAC TV. Looking forward to that, and we'll hope that green-eyed Mr. Nugget gets it together. Sucks up the ego and decides, you know what? I don't want to be right. I want to make money. Where is Scotty and Perry?
That works.
And we'll have a special guest person down there on the field. I don't know. We'll put Zoe down on the field. Anyway, take care, y'all.
Appreciate it, Mr. Sergeant. Let me go to this next caller. 6056 coming to you.
Scotty Perry.
What's up? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is John from South Carolina, man.
Talk to him.
Hey, got a quick question. Scott, you know how you brag about Andrew Body?
Yeah.
So I got a question. We in this NIL era, right?
Yeah.
I want y'all opinion on if we continue to lose our best athletes, quarterback, wide receiver, running back, how do we establish or continue to keep our guys when they continue to go to, Texas and Oklahoma or wherever?
How do you think other FCS programs do it? That are better than
Break it
you.
down.
There's programs that are better than you. They go through the same thing as you. I'm not going to make a provision for you when all of FCS goes through that. North Dakota State goes through it. Montana goes through it. South Dakota State and they're better. If I'm a Power 5 team, I'm going to them first before I come to you, because I know they got national championship players, right? So it's like one of those things to where it's like, if you had a kid and your kid's like, well, Dad, like, why I gotta do chores? Everybody gotta do chores. Why are you exempt from doing chores? Because you don't like it, or because like that's the thing. Like, everybody has to go through this. And so for me, I would tell the coaches, you have to recruit better. You have to build a pipeline to high school, to NAIA, to Division II, to Division III. Find you some all-conference Division II players. Find you some all-conference Division III players. Because, again, they're just going to be happy that they're going to D1. That's the kind of kids you want. You want kids at D2 that, man, I'm just trying to make it a D1. And they can ball and they can play, right? Go get you some JUCO kids. Like, stop looking at only the bounce backs from Power 5 and Power 4, and we got a kid from Florida. And no, like, you got to go out and recruit and develop. That's what it is. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to feel sorry for any FCS program, because everybody's going through it, especially like the lower level FCSs, like the Southland Conference and the MEAC, the SWAC, the Pioneer. All They ain't got money like that. They ain't out here dropping bags for NIL. So just like I look at, okay, Southeast Louisiana is not out here giving the bag to anybody, right?
Right.
They whooping our ass. How? How, Sway? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the real questions. The Nickels of the world.
Right.
They're one of the worst athletic budgets in FCS. They whooping our ass. How, Sway? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, it's like you gotta understand what the business is and you gotta move accordingly. So again, you gotta develop, you gotta recruit, you gotta go get some guys, and you gotta, to me, a lot of it just comes to coaching to the players that you have. Like, I'm not gonna ask my running back to be my quarterback. I'm not gonna ask my quarterback who can't throw, out routes to throw out routes. I'm gonna have them do something different. I'm gonna make it easier for them, right? So it's little things like that. That's my 2 cents. Perry, you got anything? I'm done.
Okay.
Well, for me, it's the, let's not forget about the high school guys. I think what's starting to happen on this level, and I'm hoping I'm answering his question. I think we all think we on the same foot as the big boys, the FBS, where we're going to try to live in the portal. Well, what we realize on our level, when you lose 1 or 2 players, that's detrimental to the entire team, because on this level, all it takes is 1, 2, 3 players to make a whole world of a difference. Literally, look what Andrew Body has done for Alabama State. Made a world of a difference. I think on our level, we have to, I totally agree with Scotty. Bring up the next guy and build that guy up to ultimately be that next guy to go that slipped through the crack. Not only that, we got to be able to take high school more serious. You got to be able to develop up the player. And I think coaches are now getting lazy on the FCS level, particularly in the SWAC, and not wanting to develop the guy. And like you said, Scotty, they're ready to bring in a plug and play guy. Well, success doesn't last with a plug and play, because you got a year or 2 with him. When he's gone, what do you have behind him in terms of the culture to build up that next group? I think development has gotten truly lazy for plug and play. And you see that when you lose that star guy. That's why I give Jackson State the credit that they have right now. That's why I give North Carolina Central and Trey Oliver the credit that they have right now, because what Trey Oliver, when every time you look at that and the next guy's up, they say this guy's been on the team for 2-3 years waiting his turn behind somebody else, behind a star. And he comes up. They have developed that program to guys being able to wait their turn and then be the next star. At the rest of these programs, and I take Southern, it's not quite, you don't see that. It's what can we get out the portal to make us good now? Okay, if it don't work out, then what do you have behind it? It's sustaining the program and not having a team. And that's the 2 different things I think we're living in the world today. Do you want a good team for 1 year, or do you want a program consistent for many years?
Right. Well, I know, Perry, that's what you were talking about when it came to Coach Beard and trying to build a program down at South Carolina State. And I guess in the age of NIL, yeah, it's kind of bittersweet. Yeah, the bigger schools got a lot more money, but I know we're trying to have our top 10 matchups when it comes to HBCU football. And I feel like we need to get back to those traditional MEAC SWAC games, like home and home, like a Southern coming down to South Carolina State, or a Jackson going to FAMU. Well, of course that's going to happen this year, but we got to get back to some of those traditional games. I think maybe that will help.
I disagree, right? Because I want to think about, like, just stay with me real quick, right? That that Dell State and South Carolina State is going to mean something this year. Why? Because Dell State is good. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got good programs, then yeah, give me all the traditions, right? Give me, if there was a massive parity in HBCU football, give me all the traditions. But now it's getting to a point where it's like everything is getting watered down because nobody is really building programs anymore. Nobody's really building up the talent. It's all a lot of trying to get these plug and play cats and they're here for a year, and you got these mercenaries. Because again, if I get 20, 30 kids out of high school, they not going to jump ship on the next level because a lot of them don't got no tape. So where they going to go? You going to take your practice tape? You know what I'm saying? And you going to try to, that's cool. So I might lose 5, but I'm going to keep at least 10. And I keep adding I keep adding the new crop, and I keep building, But it all comes to it comes back to the basics. And this is why I hate HBCUs who do NIL, right? And outside of Jackson, because they do it really well and they have a philosophy, but all these other schools trying to jump ship and try to do this stuff, I'm like, man, focus on your nutrition, focus on your facilities, and focus on your strength and conditioning, and focus on your rehab. That's how you keep players, and that's how you get better as a program. Nutrition, because I shouldn't be talking to college players and they say, Scotty, I came to my school at 215, and after the season, I'm 185. That doesn't make any sense. You get what I'm saying? But you trying to pay players $3, $4, $5, $10,000 for what?
And not only that, Scotty, you already a low resource institution. You spending money on shit that you need to be in other areas.
Come on, man.
You are already dealing with shortcomings and shortfalls. You can't play that game. You can't consistently do it because you are already dealing with a money crisis anyway, trying to bring in money to the program. And then what happens when you do pay the guy and then he comes in and out?
And it's a bust, or he trash. Then like Norfolk, perfect example of Norfolk. You went out and got this kid, Israel Carey. You're paying him NIL money, and he's ass. He's ass. He's going to be on the bench for the rest of the season when you had Otto there that he could have been getting some NIL money, but now he playing, and now the guy you paying is sitting on the bench, and he ass. It's too much of that. That's why I love what Trey Oliver said. I'm not paying no freshman. It don't make no sense. You ain't proving yourself. And if you are that good and you are that dog, you're going to get paid from a Power 5 program anyway, so you're going to get your money regardless.
Right. Well, hey, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Love the show. Perry, salute. Scotty, salute, man. Y'all going in the right direction, man. Keep it up, man.
Man, appreciate the call, man. Thank you so much. Last caller, 5540, coming to you, Mr. Hunt.
Yes, good evening to everyone. Interesting conversation you all have been having.
Yes, sir.
But I'm gonna do this. I know you're about to close out. You were talking about University of Texas Rio Grande Valley.
Yes, sir.
It's something to see what that program has become. I found it's a merger of University of Texas Brownsville, University of Texas Pan American, and they merged those two schools to form that school. And I see it's down there in Edinburgh, Texas, at the Mexican border, and it's close to Mission, Texas, the home of Ty Detmer, the 1990 Heisman Trophy winner of Brigham Young University quarterback, which we ended up being a flop. And but there's a guy that's on the staff at UT Rio Grande Valley. He and I grew up right in Monroe. Went to the same church, and he finished in Dallas. Played at Texas Tech and played in the NFL with the Jets, the Texans, and the Cowboys. Named Marcus Coleman. He's special teams coordinator and secondary coach with UTRGV. I just wanted to put that out there to you all. And Travis Bush, the head coaches, I found he's a legendary Texas high school football coach, and he's made college stops as well.
That's tough. Listen, half the battle is having a good staff. You got to have a good staff around you.
Exactly. You're exactly right, Scotty. You all have made some great points there, and you were talking about Pat McAfee. Yeah. That's what he's really coming to his own, and I enjoy watching him when I get home. I go on YouTube and go back. I have it on the restaurant. He is silent, but when I get home and see what they were talking about, he brings a lot of interest and a lot of entertainment, like you all do on this show.
Well, thank you, Mr. Hunt. I appreciate you.
All right, that's what I'm going to land on. I got the landing gear. I picked it up from you, Scotty. I do that on shows when I call in.
Thank you, Mr. Hunt. I appreciate
you, Chuck.
All right. I got the landing gear. I get it. That's funny. Now, P, I want to touch back on this game day thing, right? Not but just the game day experience of the show or whatever. What's frustrating to me is I don't know where you go. If I'm the SWAC, where do I go find this talent that A, resonates with the people, B, is entertaining, and who is the show director, who's the producer of this? Because again, all that stuff matters. It all matters to make a great show. And that's why for me it will feel like I know the SWAC will probably never come ask me, but I'm telling you, it would be I need creative control. Because again, I know I can't My job is not to embarrass the brand of the SWAC. I would understand that, right? That's just, but at the same time, I gotta keep it to the essence of the people who are going to watch this show. And too many times the SWAC and the MEAC are trying to appease white audiences that are not watching the show, and so you miss the mark. That is my issue with HBCU Go. You got guys who don't resonate with the community and don't resonate with the audience. So now, I'm gonna go again. All I'm gonna say is this: you just gotta okay. I'm gonna keep it a buck. The HBCU Go thing is this for me. I love Steve White. I think he's a great, but again, he can't save that when half of the other talent is not good. And Tali Carr is not good. I don't understand why people keep putting this dude on shows and acting like he's good. He is not. Steve cannot save that if the banter and the energy that you're giving me is not good and nobody wants to resonate with it. It's just what it is. So I don't know, man. I'm curious to see what it's going to look like.
You know, I guess it don't hurt to try. And that's all I say to the SWAC. If you want to do your due diligence, look at the numbers. You can go to every HBCU page. Just go to the people who fill out media to your credentials to your SWAC Media Day. Go to their pages. Look at their views. And then come over here and compare it. See who the people watching. Now, there's different strokes for different folks. Some people may not like how we come about with what we do, and I understand that. This is an acquired taste because some people bougie, some people don't like cussing, some people don't want to hear nigga. I get it. It's certain ways of things that some people, but clearly there's a audience out there that loves this. And I'm gonna tell you how I know. When I show up to somebody's stadium outside of Southern, people recognize who I am. Man, I love what you and Scotty do, man. I watch y'all. Man, keep doing what y'all do, man. Scotty funny as hell, man. Hey, man, I'm looking for you, nigga. You know, I still get that to this day. I've been looking for you, nigga. That shit lives on forever.
Yeah.
I still get it to this day. It means something.
Yeah.
It's good how we do it when we talk about the sports and the game, but we bring a flair to it. Let's be honest, who our people are, who we are entertaining. They not the most upstanding, buttoned up. They want this ignorant shit from time to time.
And even if you are a PhD and doctor, you still take, when you go home, you take that stuff off, or when you around your people, you take that stuff off. Let me tell you about some ignorant people. At my son's football game, there was a nurse, some alphas, all of them, they was about to get in a brawl. I'm talking about some of the most educated black people you ever seen about to get in the brawl, right? So again, it's okay. Let me do everybody a favor, right? Let me do everybody a favor. I'm gonna give you the show, right? I'm gonna give you the show just so when you see the show, you be like, damn, they stole that from Scotty and Perry, right? I'm just gonna give it to you because again, I'm not here to gatekeep. It ain't no reason. They done stole everything else.
HBCU TV, SWAC TV of all the names.
They done stole everything else. So why not steal again, right? If I was doing a show, if it was me, I'm gonna tell you if it was me. If it was me doing a show, it would be me, Perry, Zoe, and Rocky. That's how I would do the show. I would have BJ Jones as my sideline correspondent. I would have, if we were moving around, I would do, I would bring coaches on, I would bring special guests on. So like old coaches like Coach Cole, I would bring on, from time to time. I would bring on former players from time to time. Of course, you're gonna have your sit-down interviews with your ADs, your coaches, all that. That's easy peasy lemon squeezer. That ain't nothing, right? Going into the layout of the show, the biggest thing about shows like that is you got to have good segments, and having great segments is really what you would really, so how Jay has the Gimme Five and all that, you would have to have a great segment. So coming up with those great segments.
I'm your Tom Rinaldi. I can go give you a story of the past player or whatever was happening within that program and telling you some history. Hey, let me tell you this story of this guy, his journey coming to Mississippi Valley, and it's Jerry Rice, or
Yeah.
we talk about the McNair family, how the whole McNair family, you know, with the Alcorn and what that meant for the whole family, not just for Fred, but for Steve and for the brothers and for the nephews. And I just want to throw that in there.
So I would definitely have a segment about tailgating, right? So it would be to where either BJ or Perry are going around to your tailgates and trying the food, tasting the food, who got the best food. Just like College Game Day has people come up and bring the tailgating food and taste it. We're definitely doing that. We in a city, all black people, you better. We'll probably have some type of contest everywhere we go. If it's the best pie, if it's the best rib, if it's the best burger, and we tasting it live on the show. Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you're like, Perry, what you? I don't know if this is the best one, Scott. Like that's the type of energy that we bring in, right? We bring in because again, you got to make it match to what you're at or where you're at, right? The reason people will say, "Oh no," to Rocky. Again, you always need a villain. I need y'all to understand. You always need a villain, and Rocky plays the best villain. I don't care what y'all talking about. You got to understand the matter of fact that you said, "Oh no, not Rocky," because you don't want Rocky to say some dumb shit that you'll get mad about. That's why you got to have Rocky on there, right? Because Rocky's gonna give you this. You be like, "What the fuck?" You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna be like, "Would this happen if Dion was there?" You be like, "Rocky, come on, bro. Like it can't always be." I'm just saying. You. This wouldn't have happened if Dion was like, again, you need that type of energy to make people watch the show and say, like, why the fuck would you say that? You know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm not an HBCU guy.
I love that question. And you gotta love those questions because again, you got Zoe, you got Perry, you got BJ that all gonna give you that history factor. So you're gonna get that energy, right? Like again, you need that. I gotta listen, guys, you can't have four freaking friends. Like, I mean, we're all friends, but what I'm saying is like nobody wants to ruffle nobody else's feathers. Like you got to have that type of energy in that course because that's what make great shows, right? Because you're like, perfect example, and I always use this as a perfect example. The reason Undisputed works so well is because if you're a Cowboys fan, you knew if we won, Skip is going to go absolutely bump shit on Shannon, right? That's what you need. And you know if you're not a Cowboys fan and we lose, you know Shannon about to come with all the antics, the the thing. So I need y'all to understand. Picture, walk with me because I'm gonna tell you how I really do this, right? You got me, Zoe, BJ, Perry, and Rocky, right? You know I don't like Jackson. You know Perry don't like Jackson. You got Zoe is a homer. You know Rocky rocks with JSU, right? You got to have some of the biggest rivalries on there. So imagine a show at the Boombox Classic where you know I don't like them, but I gotta pick them, right? It's all that intertwined into one, right? It makes great television.
Because what's Herb Street and Desmond Howard? That's Ohio State and Michigan.
You got to have it.
Plus, I don't like FAMU either. Jackson State don't like Alabama State. So when we start getting, and I'm going to instigate them.
So now let's say we go to the Alabama State and FAMU game. Well, now you got to have an Alabama State alum come on. Now you got to have a FAMU alum come on, right? Like that's how you make this thing work. You really implement the community. And again, I'm gonna listen. See, I'm giving SWAC. I'm giving y'all all the kudos because you ain't gonna know how to do it anyway. You can't do this show by itself. Black people don't yell. Black people aren't screamers. Black people aren't yellers, right? So when you're doing a SWAC game day, you gotta make it a vibe. It gotta be a vibe. We here, we cooling, we chilling, right? You gotta have, maybe like a questionnaire. People can come up to the mic and ask a question. Like you gotta make it a
gotta
vibe.
have a band. Just tell the band crank up neck. Boom.
You know what I'm saying? Like it gotta just be a vibe because again, you're not gonna get the crowd that is going to be like, oh yeah, let's go. That's not black people.
Black
you gotta have
that at College Game Day in Jackson, Mississippi.
You gotta have King George playing in the background. You gotta have, you gotta keep it a vibe.
Yeah.
You got to keep it a vibe. You got to have the blues. You got to have the can we talk. You got to keep it. You got to keep it smooth and cool. And we here, we chilling, we vibing, right? And then the post game show. Oh my God, that's when you turn up. That's when everything is crazy because again, you do that on the field, right? You let people come on, stand behind you, and all. That's what it is, right? So again, you got to understand you got to understand the demographic. Really, I would do it in the tailgate area because that's where people are going to be kicking in, cooling and whatever. But if you want to do it on the field, that's fine too. But you got to keep it a vibe. You got to keep it cool. You can't make it. The show has to build into an entity. You get what I'm saying, P? Like you can't come out and make it an entity because people don't understand it. Now, if you have people like me, Perry Zoe, well, then it's already gonna be its own entity because they already know who they seeing. They gonna know what it is. They're gonna have hate, love, all that. So it's already gonna bring that animosity. But if you're doing a new crew, new faces, new people, you have to let it build into an entity. You gotta really set it up, right? If we do a show, Jackson, if we do a Soul Bowl show and G come on with the whole Indian get up and the axe and he come onto the stage and he doing all the antics and everything, that's what makes shows great.
Because I think when you get the professional people, they're not in the space deep down to understand those type of people exist. To get the G's and the people who love, so they'll miss that because they're going to be trying to be, so proper with it. You're not in these HBCU streets. You ain't in Rough in the SWAC.
Yeah.
Right? I'm still looking for Avis. Where he at? I mean, I want to see if he a real person. Like you just don't get the things that you get aside from being on the show because when I go in them groups, listen, that's a whole nother world. That's what the other people don't have. They're not in those groups. They're not deep in these trenches to understand it's more to it than just showing up at the game. It's that other thing to it where that trash talk go. And you in there and you ain't afraid because Jay Walker don't get in there and talk crazy enough.
And that's the thing. You got to make the people feel like you're accessible. Like this can't be a bougie thing. It got to be like we here, we live, we with the people, and you can see the whole setup and tailgate and whatever. We here. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's good? You know what I'm saying? We come in your trap, take over your trap. What's good? We in here. You get what I'm saying? Like, it got to be that type of vibe. It got to be that type of feel to where it's like, man, oh, I missed them. Oh, damn, I ain't get to see him. I wanted to say what's up. Like, that's the vibe it got to be. So we stay for the game. We got a little section or whatever, people coming down, dapping us up, blah, blah, blah. Like, hey, man, meet us at the, we doing a show after this. Meet us at the post game. Oh, say less, Scotty Bet. Say less, Perry. We gonna be there. That's the vibe. You got to just keep it a vibe and keep it entertaining, and it will grow in itself. It will grow in itself, right? So it's all of that, right? So it's Jay getting off his high horse, coming onto the show, and people being like, "Hey, Jay, man, real talk, bro. What's up with you and Jackson, bro?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody love Tiffany. We ain't got nothing to it. But what's up, Jay? You got a problem with Jackson? Like, they don't like you, bro. Like, that is what entertainment is, right? And so for me,
shout out to Tiff. She shouted me out on the live.
Oh, that was tough. That was tough. I saw the post. That was tough.
Yeah, because before the game, I saw her on the 50. And I said, what's out? And, that's some Baton Rouge shit, WAZZAM.
Yeah.
And she said, what? I said, what's out with it? She said, is that what they say here? And she was instantly with it. I like, yeah, it's WAZZAM. What's out? So she started saying it. And before I knew it, it stuck.
Yeah.
She was like, I didn't know she was going to say it on the broadcast. So she done went and saw a guy, doing this thing. She talking about that's the 225, what's out? I'm like, damn, that's the type of stuff I like. You took that into that setting where nobody would say what's out because that's some Baton Rouge, that's some street lingo, and you incorporated and made it a part of the show and made it fun. Yeah. And then I ended up watching the dude who had recorded the game. I guess he was a Baton Rouge dude. When he heard her say that shit, he was like, what's out? And he started laughing. He was like, damn, how Tiffany know about that?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Incorporating where everything ain't just so,
yeah. And again, so
what they say in Jackson, they call you Jew.
Yeah, Jacktown Jew. That's what they call him.
Yeah, come on.
You know what I'm saying? So, to me, it's like, you got to have great segments, and that would be the only thing that I would have to sit down and really put together, like the segments of the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, how people hand out helmet stickers. Like, what are we handing out? You know what I'm saying? Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the, who, I don't want to do nothing corny, but you know what I'm saying? Like, who's that guy award, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, who, whatever that baller is, or, something like that. Like, you got to have those type of segments to where people are like, oh man, shoot, who's that guy, or whatever.
And I want to tell the informative segments. Wherever school we go to, I want to tell the backstory. Maybe we at Alabama State, I give you a whole family history. When they do the story, we'll talk about Tavares Jackson and what it meant. Or we go to, like I said, Alcorn, we talk about the McNair family. We go to UAPB, I tell you about L.C. Greenwood, who played for them, who went to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We come to Southern, I give you, whatever the case may be, I give you that story where you sit down and you have the interview with the people who tell you. I love that. That would be what I would love to give that backstory, because I'm always about the history that typically dies because it's oral.
Yeah, sitting down with ADs and all. Good night, Miss Peggy. You know what I'm saying? Sitting down with ADs and having sit downs with conversations with them. You got to have the stories. You got to have the, the stories about the players and all type of stuff, man. So again, when you see it, I want y'all to understand. I'm trying to teach y'all entertainment, right? Like I keep saying this. A lot of people don't know entertainment. They say they know media, but they don't know entertainment. Because at the end of the day, we have to be here to entertain.
And we incorporate the students, because in a lot of these schools, they got students who got social media on lock.
Yeah.
TikTok and viral. We get them. Maybe we do some fun shit with them too. Like, that's what you got to incorporate, instead of just being over here and you away from here. You want them kids to know who you are, because at the end of the day, that's really where you want to draw the base too.
Hey, what's that song? What's that song, everybody? Oh no, let me see.
You ain't through that. Me through that.
Look at your shit, go trim. Cut it. I told her truck through that.
Take me through that. Take me through that.
Take her spot. This bitch just giving it out. What the hell? Girl started wham in a circle. Even if it look, make it jump like a hurdle. Girl started wham in a circle. Even if it look, make it jump like a hurdle. Girl started wham.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, you gotta have that type of stuff on the show, because that's hot now. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
you had a whole student body behind you going.
You know what I'm saying? The whole student body behind you, man. Look at that, like that, man.
Ready to make a TikTok.
Like, right. You know what I'm saying? Let it ride. Hey, we in there. You in there, right? So it's all of that, man. That's all I'm saying. But again, when you guys see it, I just want you guys to see it in the entertainment aspect of, are they trying to be entertaining? Or are they just being informative? And if you're just being informative, it's just like, bro, I could read that. I could read the stats off. I could do that. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hit you with the, maybe like, hold on. You go to break, hit that Tamia. Hey, we out here.
Hey, somebody said something great. Mike Reed, the DJ.
Are you ready?
Oh, that's perfect.
When I think about you, I think
the whole crowd dance.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got. Hey. I
know you're thinking the same.
That's it.
We in there. So again, it's all of that. Oh, yeah, it's all of that, right? That's how you keep it us. That's how you keep it a vibe. That's how you keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Got the boots on the ground, all that, got the King Joy, got all that. You just making it a vibe, and we out there having a good time, man. So it is what it is, man. But I ain't gonna hold y'all no more. We've been here long enough, man. P, let the people know where they can get you.
Everybody, you can see me every Saturday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on the Jaguar Journal. If you're not able to listen to it live on 107.3 FM in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, you can watch it anywhere in the world on our YouTube and Facebook Live. We're across all social media. The Jaguar Journal is on X, Instagram, Facebook. We're also on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And I'm right here on Mondays with my man Scotty, as well as you can keep up with me with On the Yard Network. It's across all social media. as well as on YouTube. So the Jaguar Journal, On the Yard Network, and right here with my man Scotty.
I'll tell you one thing. I do like this big hat thing. But I would tell you one thing is, like, if we make our picks, like one thing I love about the NFL Network, they do like that lone wolf award. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're the only person that didn't pick them, so you gotta be like, you're like, oh, you the lone wolf. You're like, oh, I used to love when they used to do that lone wolf award.
I got an idea too that could go. I saw this at Florida Atlantic. You know, leading up to the game, they would take a camera and walk through campus. They call it the foul owl. They will find students who wore somebody else. So if you on Southern's campus, somebody got on Alabama or LSU, they will stop them and like do this whole little thing. And it was like the foul owl. So you go through the campus, and let's say you at Alabama State, you know you're gonna see somebody with some Auburn shit on.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a foul out, like, but that's just stuff you point out. He's like, hey, what the hell is you doing? Like, what? Like hits from the streets. That was like the perfect thing of interacting with people. But you know, somebody, look, I think the best way this can work, it may not be us, but I'm gonna treat y'all, I'm gonna do y'all like they do the politicians. Send an email to the commissioner.
To your local commission.
So send an email to the commissioner with a breakdown and say how you feel about what you think it should be with Scotty and I and the rest of the crew. Do that. There's a lot of educated folks watch this show. College graduates, masters, PhDs, Juris Doctors, a lot of things that you guys, y'all certified in many. And I believe in y'all because you're HBCU graduates like me. So you ain't no dummies, you're smart. Contact the commissioner, contact the SWAC office. I know you can chat GPT that email because you do it at work. Put it together with the information and say, hey, man, we would think this could work. We win in numbers. If we do it with numbers, with enough emails, it lets them know there's enough people who this is what they want and they want to see this. So it starts with y'all. We've been on here talking. They clearly see it. But for them to get it, to be a part of what we do and us be a part of what they do, it's got to come from the people. And if the people do it, I think we can make it happen.
All right, this is the commissioner's email. I'm going to put it on the chat. Because he doesn't have, it's not on the there you go. That is the commissioner's email. There you go.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's the commissioner's email.
Who's B Forward?
I don't know, but that's the commissioner's email. All right. So if you want to send an email, appreciate you. Chat GPT it. About 2 words, 4 words, 5 words, 10 words, 5 sentences, a paragraph, a novel. It don't matter. You can send an email. Tell them what you want to see. Tell them what you want to hear. Tell them from the people. All right, listen, guys, I appreciate everybody. Listen, until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. God bless.